Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello! I am your caster, Digital QAF, guest starring Temporal today, and this is the Valorant's Oceanic Tour 2021 Open Qualifiers 1 Grand Finals. Tonight, not tonight actually, right now, sorry Temporal, we have Wildcard versus Demon, and that's why Temporal is here to give you guys the backstory.
And it's tonight, what? Almost 5 in New Zealand. If you live a little off the east coast of New Zealand, maybe it's night already, whatever. Who cares? Yes, you're right. Wildcard Gaming versus Demon. This is it. This is the chance for these two teams to consolidate the first seed going into the closed qualifier next week. And for at least 7 days or 4 days or however long in between now and the closed qualifier starting, they can lay claim to the best team in Oceania, uncontested. We've proved it in a match, and just put that in your Twitter or something. I don't really know. Let's look at these teams though, Digital, starting with Demon. We saw them on stream yesterday. They pretty much picked apart Mindfreak, who are no slouches themselves. So it shows you the quality of player available to this team. And I think you hit on something really good yesterday when we were having a chat to, I believe it was Ferg, in the interview. They're very reminiscent of 100 Thieves over in NA. You've got those two pro players who have been around tactical shooters for yonks, Ferg and Gaza, and they've got those three younger players who are just mentally skilled mechanically. And in taking that combination, you give those younger players free rein to go on, experiment, and do amazing things. And so far, it's been paying off in spades for them. Maple, in particular, has been an absolute star through the entirety of this tournament, currently leading the way statistically across all major categories you'd expect from a duelist, best combat score, best kill-death ratio, etc. And I mean, if you don't deal with Maple, or if you don't have any answer to them, you're going to have a really tough time combating what Demon is throwing at you.
Yeah, absolutely, fully agree with that. Maple, like you said earlier, a really interesting statistic actually. That player right now, across the entire tournament, the highest stats across the board. Just an absolute monster. You've seen it yesterday in the games. Always first onto site, he rushes in, zero fear, and it's just kills on kills on kills. His body count only continues to rise, and I'm expecting to see a lot more coming to this game soon.
Indeed, but Wildcard Gaming, on the other hand, they're not going to be a pushover. They are a strong team. They've shown it repeatedly since the inception of the team late last year when they came into the first strike tournament. They made it all the way to the main event. Unfortunately, they went up against ExoClan in the first round, and ExoClan just blew the competition away. So it doesn't really give the true indication of where Wildcard Gaming stacks up against the rest of the Oceanic region. This tournament here, already into the second seeding match, shows you how strong they can be, and they've made some changes in the meantime as well. They've brought in Ralph, they brought in Ninim, who's been an absolute freak on Jet, but really my eyes are going to be on to RDW, who's been the real standout, I guess, playmaker for this team from a duelist perspective. In the vein very similar to Maple, has been having an incredible impact on all these matches, and more often than not, when RDW has a great match, Wildcard Gaming has a great match.
Absolutely. You've seen it on Twitter, RDW, he pops off. The guy's just absolutely mechanically cracked. Like you said earlier, frankly, I don't know if he has had a CSGO history in the past, but whether or not he has, we are seeing perhaps a new legacy being hammered out by him in Valorant. Well, Temporal, thank you for all the analysis and the backstory. All the players are here, so I do think we will be going into the game real soon, if you're ready.
I certainly am ready, but I don't need to be ready. I can have my hands off the keyboard for this one, because we have a professional Valorant observer in here with us today. Crash has kindly donated his time to make this stream the best it can possibly be, so thank you to Crash for coming along. I've worked a little bit with Crash before. Great guy. You won't be able to hear him. We're going to save his dulcet tones all for ourselves. But I'm looking forward to what this match has to throw at us, and I'll have my eyes just focused on the screen. My hands can be clenched, unclenched, whatever the action requires.
Well, like you said, let's dive right into it.
Here we go. Haven is the first map up. So the map pool for tonight will be Haven, Ascent, Split. Of course, that means no Icebox and Bind. No real surprises there. The teams have a little bit of Void of Bind and pretty much avoided Icebox as well. Haven, though, hasn't been played yet by Demon in the tournament, at least since the round of 16. So we don't have much info on what to expect out of that team, in particular on this map. I'm just looking through my notes here. I thought I had something about Haven. Yes, I did, for Wildcard. Wildcard has played it a couple times, especially in the last 2 matches they played against Kanga, who were the formerly Crocker's team as of last night, and Direwolf the round before that too. They dominated here on Haven. Their opponents probably have about 5 rounds combined against Wildcard, so Demon really have their work cut out for them if they want to make an impact here on the first map.
Wholeheartedly agreed, and there you go, the agent picks have been locked in for both teams. On the defending side, you have Demon with the Swirl, Maple, Ferg, Gazer, and Signed. Meanwhile, on the other side, Wildcard Gaming, RDW, Infrequent, Seiko, Ralph, who is Wizard, and Ninim, Wizard being a CSGO old guard. And let's see, I will be handing over camera controls to Crash real soon, the both of us. And wow, the pistol round about to come in real soon. Like you said earlier, I think, Wildcard Gaming, they had an absolute stomp of a match on this map.
That's alright. We're going to have a little pause at the start, but that gives us a bit of time to look at these compositions. Digital, I guess standard arrangement you'd expect composition-wise. You've got your intel gather, right? So you've got your sentinel, you've got a couple of duelists, you've got your smoker. The curious play here is Ralph, aka Wizard, taking up the Killjoy. Ralph and Wildcard, by extension, have been playing pretty much exclusively Killjoy since about midway through the rise of the rise of Valor leading into First Strike last year. So I'm not surprised to see out of them. However, you don't always see teams bring out Killjoy here on Haven. Cypher still provides plenty of utility, being able to set up those traps, the trap wires, the camera, and it allows you a bit more flexibility, particularly on defense, where you need to cover all 3 of the sides here. Killjoy does that, but it may not get as much direct intel from the utility, given that it doesn't highlight who's there, just there's at least one person there. So I'll be curious to see how this battle plays out between the 2 Sentinel agents.
Yep, absolutely. And one thing I want to point out though, ever since the nerfs somewhat to all the Sentinel agents, Killjoy and Cypher, Legacy Gazer, he has a slight advantage in protecting his team from the flanks, especially when they switch sides to go on the offense. And Cypher on Haven, I would say he's more or less on equal footing compared to Wizard's Killjoy. Because Killjoy, her utility has a limited range for it to be active and effective, but however, one major advantage Killjoy has over Cypher across all maps is that ultimate. It's so tactical, multi-purpose, because you can use it to retake or to take a site, and it's just brilliant. It buys so much time, and it's just such a huge dead zone for the enemy team if played properly.
And on a map like Haven, there's different positions you can put it in where it covers a significant portion of the map. There's a lot of nooks and crannies, particularly around the A side, where you can put it, say, in A sewers. It covers the entirety of B. It covers most of A as well. So it'll be a really interesting to see how, I'm going to keep calling Wizard even though it says Ralph, how Ralph chooses to play with that ultimate once it comes out.
Yeah, and now the teams, they are calling the R because Swirl has game crashed earlier, but that doesn't matter. Things have been fixed, and oh boy, we are getting into it today. Once again, Wildcard on the attack, and Demon on the defense. Let's go.
Well, speaking of that defense, 3 frenzies coming out, a couple of classics, so not the whole team. They don't have the whole team choosing to opt into that one, as I realise my things are the wrong way around. That's better. Seeing Wildcard on the right-hand side of screen. So far, so good. We're not seeing them, so we're not seeing the attackers stack one site and go straight for it. They're waiting a little bit, trying to gather a bit of intel, heading towards that C site, but you can see some rotations already coming through up the back. Both Swirl and Maple in position on site. Not a bad play, having both your duelists there. They can happily take a quick fight. But as it is, Wildcard Gaming don't want to opt into that. They're going to flank around. Likely go to the A side as Seiko's already here. Got the play scouted out.
Yeah, earlier on, for the Seaside early rotation coming out from Demon, it was because of Gazer's, I think, Cyber Traps. They got destroyed early, and Seiko really catching some players off guard, and a Tracer 1-for-1. However, the side of A has been more or less taken by the attackers, and oh dearie me, the retake, 4v4 action is about to happen real soon. Side with a great shock start, and Maple still trying to do some more work, Temporal.
Indeed, I think Sign. Oh no, Seiko's now not going to have that recon dart. And him caught out in hell. The Cloud Burst isn't going to save you there. RDW goes down. Trades going either way for both teams. Headshots are plenty, showing you how good these players' aim is. But now Ralph has their work cut out for them. Already down to 61 health. Can do this. The other two players remaining for the defense aren't too healthy themselves. In the end, it will be Maple picking that one up, plus with the defuse for the extra creds.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this retake coming out from Demon because they work together as a team, and as you can see at the very last 2v1 there, the buddy system from Demon. No one decides to go try stick the defuse, instead both players going for the kill because they knew Ralph, Wizard, the last player left, he would have to do something. Either kill one player and then kill the second defusing, or try to clutch it out in 1v2, kills only. Either way, it was a really good play at the start from Wildcard. It's just, unfortunately, they couldn't get the early frags to capitalize on, in my opinion. Seiko, a little bit too overly aggressive. They had sight. They could have made it a flawless 5v5 post-plant situation. It just didn't really come that way, though. But nonetheless, it's only a pistol round, and there's far more left to go for. Currently, in this round early on, Wildcard now, map control. But, oh, Berg, strength through smoke, and this could be deadly to roll.
Here.
That's alright. Gonna get away with that. Maple having some fun with the Marshall down B. See it. Denim happy to take the duel, but Ralph, I think the Killjoy may have wandered into the middle of something between the two jets here. Not quite what you want to be doing. You're going to be more careful. Haven's a dangerous place.
One enemy remaining.
And it's very dangerous at the moment for Wildcard Gaming. They can't make any headway into the site, and a flawless round win is going to see Demon. A quick lead, but kind of expected once you win the purple round, the pistol round.
Yeah, look, that round, what can you really say about it? Demon, they had everything all planned out. The defense was more or less perfect. And Maple, of course, with the dollar store operator, I believe, getting those early picks against an eco from Wildcard. It's just a one-shot kill to the body. So much damage with the sniper. And it's just fantastic. I love it. Flawless round. And now they are going to be playing the bonus against the Wildcard full buy. Wildcard this time.
Maple upgraded. Maple picked up the operator, threw over that Marshall to signed. So they're running a 1.5 op setup, I think you want to call it, maybe?
That is indeed a crazy leap. $5,000 invested this early on into the game. But however, signed himself, his history as a jet player in the past and operator for Mind Freak when he was still on the roster. So him having the dollar store operator, it's not a bad deal, honestly, coming to this. Wildcard.
Right here.
Really patient map control. Yeah. Exactly. But it's, I think that's just how much faith Demon has in Maple to be going aggressive and getting these picks. Well, anyways, Wildcard looking to edge towards the C site. Temporal. I think the take is to come out any moment now.
Well, the ability utility invests in the garage, but Ralph doesn't want to take that one. The rest of the team up towards that seaside, they're going to have to deal with Gazer at the back of sight. Plenty of that cypher intel. The camera may have just spotted someone coming out of C main. It does. Rotation is on. You can see those defenders streaming their way. Wildcard Gaming make their way onto site. They've got most of the players there. Ralph's going to be setting up down the end of C long, and here we go. Kills starting to come out. Trades both ways. Swell picks up a couple before being taken down themselves. Sicko unfortunately falls a foul like Gaza, but once again, revenge is swift, and now with 13 seconds left on the clock, Wildcard, they have to get there. They've got to spike.
10 seconds left.
But Maple could shut this down with some well-placed knives. Maple decided it. Ralph with a nice kill there. Spike planted. Now it's all up to signed. 1v1 against RDW. The Phoenix able to find their opponent, but a quick headshot from signed is going to finish any hopes of Wildcard getting their first round on the board. 3-0 currently to Demon.
Oh my god, that final shot from Signed. He just had that much confidence in his aim. Can you believe it? The Sheriff, that's a one shot to the head at most distances. And in a 1v1 clutch situation, sometimes most players would have preferred to use the Spectre, more bullets and it's a higher chance of going for a spray down. But instead, this man, so deadly, so sharp. My god, Temporal. Demon, they are here to slay and kill.
That they are, and so far it's working out well for them. I mean, like we said before, we haven't seen them on Haven, so Wildcard Gaming, they may be a little readable in that there is some video out there of them, but Demon, they can have all new strats. Maybe they have no strats. Maybe that's their plan. You know, you come in and say we'll just do what works, and it causes so much confusion for your opponent because they don't know what to expect because you don't even know what you're going to do.
Yeah, well, they don't know what they're going to do, but at teams of this caliber, at this high of a tier, I think they do have some strats up their sleeves, no matter what the situation. And right now, Wildcard, they're down by 3 rounds, but it's a full eco, or full pistol buy actually, for the entire team. And Gaza, oh, he's got to spot a few players, and the call for rotation has come out. He saw some cages and traps on site, so they might be able to get a few kills to hold down the A just a little bit longer. But overall, really clean, sneaky take by Wildcard to get the spike planted at the very least on a half-by eco buy.
Those shock darts came down to Ralph just after he dodged out of the way after planting the spikes. Sign, lobbing them from somewhere around B link. In the end, it's Ferg able to get the first couple of kills. They're dodging in and out of that Killjoy lockdown, but at this point, Wildcard, it may go off, but they've already lost a couple of players. Frankman hovering up the backside, able to pick off Sign. Nice little headshot to start their defense. RDW infrequent, blasting away with the Sheriffs all of a sudden. Gaming find themselves with a player advantage. It's just Ferg left on side. He's not going to be able to get the defuse in time, especially with infrequent taking them down. Beautifully played by Wildcard to get their first round win on the board.
Yep, a first round win, and off of it, an eco buy as well. What was that? 1 Spectre and 4 pistols across the board? Somehow, all the trades and the kills went in their favor. And seriously, Ralph Wizard, with that single Killjoy lockdown, it made all the difference. The defense, they were just backs against the wall, do or die. You either push the site, try to retake, or you stand back and let the spike timer tick down even further, which proves to give even more pressure against them. So it really was a lose-lose situation, more or less, for Demon.
There they are.
Oh, they'll have a chance to get some revenge in this round. Losing player early ain't the best kind of stuff that they were looking for.
No, absolutely not. And right now, it's a hush across the map. Both teams just being really slow and passive now because on the defense, Demon, they have... Well, actually, no, they lost a player, but Wildcard, they have a player advantage. But then again, the thing is, they know they can take the slow and just wait for perhaps a hero play to come out from Demon before they try to capitalize off of a pick and push a site. But right now, Demon, this is 2 players in the Sewell's angle. And that Aldra might just spot them out. This is going to be really bad if they're not aware. Legacy, Gazer, he runs away, and Ferg is by himself. Gazer left his teammate to die.
Unfortunate, but sometimes you have to fend for yourself. Gazer at least gets away with their life, and in doing so, actually got rid of the rest of their utility. So that's Cypher just playing with a gun now, nothing else. Ralph, had got up ramp B, might have got the flank on, but the camera that he was there spotted out Killjoy. Well, waiting on the lurk, able to pick up 1, so things looking a little better for them, but they've still got their work cut out for them, especially now that Gazer is the last player left and going to be gunned down in the back anyway.
Wow.
Well played by Wildcard.
Absolutely, Wildcard, 2 rounds now, back to back, and first it was off of the back of a thrifty buy, more or less, and now the economy for Demon has been reset, so they're going to have to go for a Sheriff half buy, half armor. Meanwhile, Wildcard, they've turned things around. This is just the absolute epitome of current OC Valorant. These 2 teams, they're so head to head, and they see eye to eye, trading blows for blow. Wildcard, the fantastic play, getting an early pick, and then lurking around, and then the side splits, the map control, brilliant.
A very early Spirit out of sign. Bit more range than the Bucky that he's also holding in his hands, so you can't necessarily blame the Sova for wanting to take that one out early in him. Checking down to see suspects maybe the swirl is down there. But not going to be finding anything for the moment. And a very aggressive push by Maple here. Just a classic in the hand. Not even going to have the Blaze Storm. Trying to go toe-to-toe. Perhaps not realizing there's an operator and a Phantom covering that particular angle. But here come Demon.
Yeah, and one thing right now, Wildcard, you would think they have a huge gun advantage, but somehow Demon, they are making their lives really hard. 3 of the players on Wildcard really low, and one shot essentially Gaz is going to hold this angle down, and no, the superior firepower, he goes down. RDW, there comes to run it back, they push it onto the side. Wildcard, they should be looking to win this round, no matter what.
That they will run it back, used a great effect there, just
Spike
caught
planted.
Ferg out of position, and even though you got the Thieves down, of course, he just resets instantly. Now the remaining defenders, and they have to contest up C long, but they're dealing with so much firepower being turned down that tunnel. It will be Wildcard Gaming leveling things up here, Digital. So after a rocky start, things are looking great for them.
Yeah, 3-3. Wildcard somehow early on, maybe it's just a stroke of good fortune, but they are starting to crack the defense of Demon. Demon, they're just falling one player at a time, early rounds, mid-round, whatever. They tried to go for an aggressive play in the previous, but it's just not working out in their favor. You saw how much damage they did collectively. Sure, they got a few kills, but they just can't seem to get any more, and then retake sight off of Wildcard.
Standing ahead.
Maybe they're also a bit shaken by the fact they lost that early eco round coming out from Wildcard Games. I mean, they had no rights to be winning that one, but Maple looking to turn the tables back. Demon's made a beautiful second. The Blaze Storm now online. Only 2 players left in Wildcard Digital. This might be the stabilization Demon was looking for.
This is just an absolute fiesta of bodies. I don't know what's going on. Somehow Wildcard, they sort of got on top of Demon in that engagement there. You saw both jets. They were pumping out blades left, right, and center. And then Wildcard, they're just throwing bodies at, well, in fact, both teams. They're just going at each other, all on this angle. That's a lot of dead bodies out there.
Sorry, that was the wrong Phoenix. I can see that Swirl is in the backline, waiting for this hit to go down on A Digital.
Yeah, waiting, and I do think the patience might just pay off. Wildcard, though, they're being so concise and tactical, but that gun barrel, it might just prove to be the death of Swirl. Okay.
Oh no, Maple turned around! Sorry, Nindum turned around!
30 seconds left.
I take it back. And this is brilliant. Wildcard, they managed to get a kill, and the patience just really paying off. They're really playing this round down to the very last seconds. But however, the rotation, I think it has been read by Demon, because as you can see, Demon, the last 2 players are around the C angle, and once that plant is coming down, they could potentially aggress to make it a 2v1 and then kill the Spike planter.
Spike is going to be making its way onto site. Gaza gets a quick kill onto the W, so it's all up to Nindum now, and has actually dropped the operator, so it's going to be spotted out too. So Vandal in hand gets the first kill, dashes away. Now Gaza, do you stick it or do Nindum get it? Oh my lord, what a blade! The last one into the eye sockets is going to see Wildcard Gaming put their noses in front for the first time in the map.
This guy is an absolute beast. Your average player cannot be doing that. That was ridiculous. Somehow, Nindum, oh my god. That was a clean one-tap with the Vandal to kill one, and then mid-air jumping Blade Storm knife to the head to finish it off. Wildcard, they have a really stacked team of absolute talented players. 4-3, and 4-buy versus the broken economy of Demon again coming to this round.
And even worse, in that last round, Demon was up 5 players to 2. It was just those last 2 from Wildcard Gaming which were able to chip down all 5 members of the defense. So, just to add a little insult to injury there. Right now, Wildcard, they're pushing forward once again. They're finding heaps of value early, Digital.
Yeah, Demon, like, again, their economy is bad. They don't have much guns to work with. In fact, only sheriffs and pistols, really. So perhaps going for another Hail Mary side stack, or going for aggression might have worked out in their favor. Instead, just 2 individual players peeking out one at a time. And look, Wildcard, they're just capitalizing off this aggression, getting a kill after kill after kill, and no trades coming back. In fact, no damage coming back from Demon. Wildcard, all 5 players, still max HP, not even a lick of damage.
Cage trigger.
Jeez, Gaza can't even go 1v1 versus the turret at this point. But it's those 1v1s, they're just not paying off in any way for Demon. That's why they're not able to lay out any damage onto the members of Wildcard Gaming.
One
Right,
enemy
going down.
remaining.
Gaza, unfortunate. And
We
just
all
look at
did
that.
our
I mean, it's like a switch has been flipped for Wildcard. Those first 3 rounds, forget about it. We are going to take this map 13-3.
At this point, it's, well, I wouldn't place my bets on the table just yet, but it's looking really promising. 5 rounds in a row,
Good
Temporal.
odds.
And look at the economy currently of Wildcard. Stacked for days. They can buy and buy and buy. Meanwhile, Demon, again, they have to win this round. They lose it, I'm pretty sure the whole team is going to be on pistols again. However, 2 ultimates aside, and I do think RDW, if he can get 1 single ult, that could be a really valuable runner back on the Phoenix to give his team essentially the man advantage.
The Rico Bolt finding something early. Ferg not going to be pushing on it. Happy to sit there in sewers for the moment. As it looks like Wildcard may be making the first play towards B of the match. Not something you see very often, Digital.
No, not at all. Oh, but there you go. Wizard with the lockdown. And
Lockdown,
Swirl!
yeah.
No, he's dodging around the Hunter Fury, but he might just get destroyed. He pulls out the runner back, actually, just to keep himself alive. And he's trying to go for an aggressive push. Destroy the lockdown, maybe. And he's going for kills, but however, the running and spraying has been nerfed. He couldn't land anything. Meanwhile, Wildcard, they are taking the B site.
There is no visibility whatsoever for either team on site. There is so much smoke here. It allows the spike to be planted with no kills coming through. Still a 5v5, so plenty of options now for Demon. They don't necessarily have any ultimate smoke with. They're going to have to come in with light on the utility as well, given how much was invested to try and stop the plant in the first place. Maple in a good position with the operator. Cover all entrances. To find RDW in the first instance. So pops out, picks up 1. Kills going all the way of Demon right now. Maple with 2 in the middle of that.
Enemy remaining.
Nice little defuse. Well, gets a little bit of value finding Gaza after the fact. In the end, it will be Demon reasserting some control over their own fate.
Oh, look, Demon, somehow they managed to retake that. Swirl, that was essentially a wasted runner back at the very start. He didn't get any value out of it. Sure, some intel bought perhaps some time for his team to rotate, but Wizard still had the lockdown on board, and it was already, I don't think it was destroyed, so I'm not too sure what happened. Wizard, everything came down to 1v2 and just couldn't stop the defuse, even though the defuser was right in front of him. 4 to 5. And Demon, they do hang on and manage to buy back again.
Ooh, Maple re-peeking. Risky move. Misses the second shot though, so we'll have to find a new angle to cover. But plenty of support over there on that C side. Oh, sorry, that A side.
Yeah, well, look, when you have Jets of this caliber on both teams, Nidham and Maple, oh my god. Well, Maple, Jet difference, there you go. They are not afraid to take peeks. They play fearlessly because of Jet's play movements capabilities. You miss a shot, you get a shot. It doesn't matter. You can always get out of the angle and reposition using your Jet dash or cloud bursts. You have so many options available to you as Jet, the one that the epitome essentially of entry fragger and duelist in Valorant. Currently, sorry, please.
I was gonna say, it goes back to something that Berg said yesterday. You got to play your duelist bold. Maple has been doing that. Doesn't quite work out that time, but you know what? The damage has already been done. Still only a 4v4, and a little bit of damage has already gone through into Wildcard Gaming. There's those shock darts again. Denies the plant this time. Just bought a little bit more time for Demon to get into position. Berg's already on site. Clears that hell. No one waiting there. Sicko down early. The site is firmly in Demon's control right now, and that dark cover is going to mean that Wildcard, they have to try and perhaps spray just in order to stop the defuse. Okay, gets halfway. Berg steps off that. RDW burnt down. There's enough space around.
Last player standing.
The trades are coming back. Demon are going to get the defuse once again. Oh, dearie me. Things are looking very tight, and all of a sudden the momentum has swung back into Demon's favor.
Yeah, look, I don't know, Wildcard, at the start you saw they had a 5-round continuous streak. Somehow they managed to to play against the defense perfectly, and that's all it took for a team of this caliber, Demon, to recalibrate and reconsider their options. Think about what they were doing wrong, and that's 2 back-to-back defuses, 2 players standing. Somehow, Wildcard, they just cannot prevent the defuse from coming through. The post plant, something is going wrong. One thing I want to bring up though, Wizard, again, Killjoy lockdown already available. He used it 2 rounds ago.
Hey, quickly, they're building this one up. Maple, very aggressive. Unfortunately, Seiko ready and waiting for those blades to be coming out. Right now, they're just gonna... Sorry, Wildcard Gaming is just gonna hold on for the moment. They will have to deal with Swirl up close and personal in that little C main cubby.
Oh.
But not going that way, Digital.
Yeah, absolutely not. Right now, the teams, once again, Wildcard, they have a man advantage, but if history's proven anything right now, Demon, they can absolutely turn things around and win the day if they play their cards right. But Wildcard, a team this experienced, once again, going for a B-take. Like you said earlier, not something you see too often, and that's good intel already. Nim has been spotted. I do think perhaps a rotation might be in order.
Oh, Ralph! Is already taking Garage. So much space for the Killjoy to operate inside down as well. B wasn't the go. It was just a little bait to force the rotations. And now a bit of Phoenix on Phoenix action. RDW will take care of that one. And Ferg,
Spike planted.
poor lonely Ferg. I mean, I imagine Omen is probably pretty lonely anyway. Just strikes me with that kind of vibe. But really feeling it once again.
Yeah, Omen, he's probably a bit of an emo guy, and that cape just then, it was like there's some invisible man behind it. There's more emotion in his cape than there is in his character right now. Well, look, Ferg by himself. Oh no, look at that play! The movement by Nena, but it doesn't save him though, and Ferg, he considers using his ultimate to escape. Oh dearie me, 24 HP, and the hunt is on. He's getting pincered from all angles. I don't think his chances are good to survive Temporal.
Especially not with RDW watching you like that. Nicely played out of Wildcard. That bait to draw the defenders across the B was sublime, and you put Ralph in the position where he was able to pop off, take those 2 quick kills. I love to see it, and there you go, Wildcard, they get one back on the board. I mean, look at their economy. Even after that last round, if they'd lost, they still would have been able to buy in this round. That 5-round win streak still playing dividends for them. Demon, though, not so lucky.
Yeah, I think that 5-round win streak was at the perfect timing, just halfway through the first half, which is what allows them to sustain themselves for this long. Meanwhile, look at this, Demon, like you said, only 2 rifles, a Guardian in Maple's hands, for this guy, he's so sharp, so it might not make that big of a difference. Right now, Wizard, he does have the lockdown, so seriously, I don't see Demon's chances of winning this round to be very high. But hey, look, it's Valorant. Anything can realistically happen. And also one thing I've noticed is that Wildcard, the mental games, just the control they have over Haven right now on the attack. They force out a rotate one way or another from Demon, and Demon, it just always plays perfectly into Wildcard's hands. Like in the previous round, force out rotate onto B, and everyone just goes C after a single pick or not, and then even earlier, they show aggression A, a rotate comes out, and then they go elsewhere.
Deploying drone.
Just mega mind.
Well, this time we're seeing Ferg holding sewers, but not actually in the sewer right now. Has to deal with the Owl drone. A little bit safe. Oh, they've spotted. The Hunter's Fury is going to force the repositioning out. Oh, sorry, out of the open, but Ferg. Oh, brilliantly played. Able to spray down 2. Wildcard Gaming thought they were safe coming out of the sewers. Maple on the back line, guard in your hand. It's not quite an operator, but still could make it work. There goes one. As a result, pop on site. They picked up a couple of kills, so Demon firmly in control. And him tuck in a corner. Just an op. Gonna dash away and look for some extra kills. But there's gonna be too many members of Demon there to carry them down. And as we go into half-time, 6-6 is the score on the board. Digital, things could not be any closer.
Yeah, look, Ferg just then that round, huge. It was a really ballsy play, and it paid off amazingly. Not a lot of people expect it. I do really see this being a higher tier strat, perhaps, or higher tier play in the highest levels of Valorant. You go for an Omen TP to just disappear and then cancel at the last second. It requires balls of steel and just genius timing to make it work. 2 kills, and somehow the tables are turned. Wildcard, they go from winning the round more or less to suddenly down to 1 last player, no time left to even take side or plant the spike.
does it.
Oh, it's the second half temporal, 6-6. It could be anyone's game at this point.
Scanning ahead.
Indeed, it could.
Found them. Killed my ball.
Ooh, I
Right
like
now.
that.
Yeah, they're just a lot of presence in mid. Oh, and some aggression coming out of that defensive jet. And him looking for something cheeky. Unfortunate.
Yeah, sometimes like over aggression from the defense, it really doesn't work out in your favor, especially when you're by yourself. Yes, you are Jet, but against superior numbers like that, it's not going to happen. RDW does get a trade on Maple though, so that's all the Jets out of the picture, temporal.
That's alright, we'll just slow the game down a little bit, take away all those little updrafts and tailwinds. There, once again, you're seeing the shock darts denying the bug.
Spike planted.
It's going to be slapped to the ground, finally. Now to 4v4 as they enter on site. Oh no, RDW looking the wrong way. Rail take it down in turn.
Last
2
player
Jets down, 2
standing.
Phoenix down. The pattern is finally broken. It will be Ferg coming out on top with the rest of Demons securing yet another pistol round win.
7-6. Well, that pistol round, nothing to really say about it. But one thing I want to say though, the Classic has been nerfed somewhat, so the right-click accuracy it's not as good as it used to be, and you can still see some old habits perhaps from the players on both teams. In that last ditch situation, I think Wizard, he tried to jumping Classic to get a surprise off-angle kill on the attackers, and look, it probably wouldn't have landed even if he had managed to get his crosser dead on the opponent. So, I don't know. It was do or die. And he put all his cards on the table. Unfortunately, it just didn't pay off.
RDW just cowering at the back of sight, hoping those bullets don't come through where they're standing. As it stands though, Demon hovering over towards that right-hand side of the map. Maybe mid, maybe A. They're going to have to contend with that Marshall waiting up A main.
Oh, look at Ninum again. Aggressive angle and has a Marshall. The All-Star operator, he's sharp and might just get a body
the
shot.
K-pop down.
Headshot. Yes!
Kill.
Headshot to side.
Well, it's only one. We've seen better digital. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
We
not
have seen
expecting
better, but one's better than nothing. And already, look at the flank coming out into the window angle. Exactly, Wizard. But he only has a pistol, I think, versus 3-4 players soon. Oh, he has to bide his time. Okay,
Stinger. Oh, that would have been so good in that little angle if they popped through there. But, I mean, what team in their right mind puts all their players through window?
30 seconds left.
Oh no, Wizard, I think, playing the angle. He's called out the rotation. You see all 3 players, mass exodus, all the way to rejoin Wildcard on the C site. Oh man, 3v3. What's going to happen? Oh, 4v3 actually.
Look at them. Look at them.
He got knocked by his teammate.
Beautiful curveball. Gonna get one through the smoke.
10 seconds
Oh my
left.
lord. Wildcard Gaming spraying down Demon. Ferg
Wow.
gonna be dropped to the floor as well. And that will level things up once again. A nice play out of Wildcard. They're denying the follow-up from the pistol round.
I honestly didn't expect Ninum to be able to get that kill the way he did. He got flashed by RDW first, so he was blind. And maybe just off of a single second's worth of vision, it managed to shoot ahead right before the smoke popped. Just such good reflexes, and it just shows to see how good these players are. And, well, perhaps how good Red Bull is of a product.
Well, one recon dart down, one survives but doesn't find anything. A full commitment from Wildcard through sewers. They're going to have to deal with some rifles on the back, though. Sorry, that was a full commit from Demon through the sewers. Then him ready and waiting. No Marshall this time, but a Vandal just as deadly when you click the heads.
Yeah, unfortunately there are no healers on either team, so Ninum 62 HP, he's going to be forced to play passive. Maybe even could give his gun to his teammate, although it's not really going to happen. And Ninum, again, I think that's 2-0 against Maple at this point. So, jet difference? Maybe? I'm not too sure.
Maple got a few when it came to the operator duel before.
Oh, that's true. They are going toe-to-toe, and they are really salty at each other. Maybe that's all I can say. And the tells with the smoke.
Jeepers
Sicko.
creepers,
I'm thinking,
Gaza.
no idea. Exactly. Gaza's so close. And that close range with a frenzy, that thing is deadly.
Well, Ninim's taking a couple of shots, but at the moment still safe in heaven. Gaza pops around the corner. Beautiful use of that nanoswarm to clear out the angle. As well, gonna have to cower from the paranoia. Oh no, walks around the corner. The firing squad waiting. Infrequent with a nice double. The defuse coming through. Wildcard Gaming ahead once again. That was a brilliant execute to retake the site.
Flawless.
A brilliant execute and a brilliant flawless. You can see these players, they're being so tactical and concise about this. Sicko uses maybe a recon arrow to get some intel first, and then even though I think it was Gaza who was hidden in the smoke in such a close angle, Wizard, nanoswarm grenade, diligently clears the angles and flushes the rats out. And then the whole team just pushes in, buddy-buddy system, just stacked on top of each other. And when you don't exactly have maybe manpower and you're on the back foot because the spike has been planted, you have to retake, just make do with an absolute bullet storm. And that's exactly what happened. Demon, they went down like a sack of bricks.
Well, hopefully they'll be able to build a solid foundation with all those bricks spilled all over the floor to take out this match and put themselves in the top seeds. Still well within their grasp. There you go. Jet diff once again. This time it is Maple coming up trumps. It's an interesting little duel going on. Ralph going down, so I guess the big wild card for Wildcard Gaming out of the fight. They're gonna have to play this a little straight without some killjoy. They say they don't want to beat the Bucky. Doesn't have the range that Sicko wants. And now the defense on the back foot. They're gonna have to deal with Ferg up in heaven too.
Well, actually, Ferg is a player for Demon. He TP'd onto the A-heaven angle. But this is good, though. The last two players of Wildcard, they're on the flank, and they realize that there is a player fighting for the smoke, but Maple too fast for him. Already getting another kill. Infrequent now. Another lonely Omen by himself. The Cape has more emotion. And look, this retake is all but impossible. These two teams going head-to-head with each other, just blow after blow, just trading hits. Wildcard will win one, Demon strikes right back. I love this.
Come on, knives on C. Have some fun with it.
They could, but...
Sword fight. Frequent ready waiting. They're going to know where he is, and they're going on the hunt.
Omen difference. Now, Infrequent, he should ideally be looking to maybe save. There's no harm in staying alive, getting a few kills, but he does have 3.7k in the bank, so he's not too stressed either way. Demon.
Yeah, everyone can probably buy here except Ralph.
Oh, sorry, it is good that he stay alive then. That Phantom can go into the welcoming hands of Ralph, who desperately needs it. Now, Infrequent on Wildcard and Wizard as well. That's two players who are one ult point off of having their ultimates. And Wizard, you know, that Killjoy lockdown, so beneficial on a retake, especially given now they are on the defense. Meanwhile, Infrequent, the Omen from the shadows, it has its uses. It's somewhat situational though. But RDW
We saw it put to good use before.
That's true. It actually, that was a huge gamble and it paid off. But it was a once-in-a-lifetime play, I think. Maybe.
I think Ninim just willingly took the recon dart there. That's okay. Still holding an angle. Still holding an angle down A main, but more oblique than they perhaps would like. Plenty of coverage on that side. There's 3 players actually over there.
Oh, actually, I think right now, Demon, they had the same mindset and playstyle as Wildcard. It's always aggression one side and then just the mind games, trying to control the rotations of the defense. But however, Wildcard, they might be just one step ahead of them or just the exact same pacing. Well, in saying that, I might just eat my words because
joke's over.
Nothing happens.
You're
There
dead.
you go. The running back coming out and Swirl. He's going to rush onto the C side and using his utility to clear a lot of angles and trying to pave the pathway for his team to take sides.
Oh, didn't see. The nanostorms are going to be triggered, making life a little difficult coming out of garage. But Demon able to get on the site, get the spike down, still a 5v5. So Wildcard now, the ball's in their court, and they've got the tools with which to take this site back.
RDW, that's a pretty early run it back, and only to his dismay finds no one on sides. This is brutal. A pinch coming out from the attackers, and indeed, it does work out somewhat.
Classy. Maple hovering outside the garage, already got one, looking for a second, or at the very least being a nuisance, currently consuming the attention of 2 players. RDW going to be shutting that one down. Nice shock dart.
Last player
And him gone.
standing.
Ferg with a beautiful spray. The defuse trying to come through. RDW not going to have the time nor the stamina to pull it off. That'll be Demon taking another round, putting themselves ahead once again.
Actually, I think RDW, he may have been able to defuse it because it was already gone halfway thanks to Infrequent, and that flame ball, I don't know. As long as he could take a few shots or just not get hit by pure luck, that could have been a round win to tie it up for Wildcard. Unfortunately, yeah, like you saw what happened, Demon, they hang on, and now they have a 1-round lead, 9-8. Wildcard, the economy is broken. 4 pistols versus 1 rifle.
Why not give Ralph the rifle? Currently the top fragger for the team. And him, saw some legs post around the outside. Able to take care of Swell, but doesn't quite get the job done on Maple. That Jet picking up 2 kills to level things up. And here comes the lockdown. That's going to clear the site for the re-engage. Okay. Ain't getting out of that one.
Oh,
the bounce!
The hard hands was brilliant from RDW. I think he was planning to throw backside, but no, he still managed to kill 1 player first by himself. Infrequent on the defuse again. Ralph's going to have to hard defend, and the damage is good from Ferg. He might just clutch this out. The CSGO old guard. Can he do it? I think he's doing it. It's going to happen. One halfway, and the time play by Ferg. It's brilliant. He clutched it out. 3 kills. Demon in the lead, and the BM as well. Oh my gosh.
Jeez, what a play. That lockdown was absolutely superb from Ralph. You saw it corral the members of Demon out into the firing lines that had been set up, but unfortunately they weren't able to take it. Sorry, that was the wrong way around. God damn, this color swap scoreboard is confusing me.
Demon.
In any case, yes. I mean, well played by both teams there. Really, it just came down to luck. Who saw who first? Who was able to get the right spray on? So you wouldn't feel too bad there as Wildcard Gaming.
No, absolutely not. And somehow Demon now changing things up in the pace. Swirl already fast onto the seaside, getting 1 kill on Frequent. Deary me, Wildcard, what do you do?
I mean, you just back off, let them have it. You're already a player down. You need to focus on that recontest.
Spike
Try
planted.
and get in there. Crazy. Plenty of coverage for Demon now. They've got a couple down C looking for any flanks. So anyone that tries to come out of garage, long way. Gonna be for a bit of a surprise. But it appears the defense are coming mainly from their spawn. Here you go, the hit coming down. The pincer is on. Swirl caught out. Then him gunning that one down. The camera is gonna spot Ralph. Not before being taken out themselves. They know the players are sitting here down. See the lab burst to cover the spike. And the 100's Fury as well to clear some rather juicy angle. Sign picks one. Maple sweeps through as well. It was good for Wildcard, but Demon just have the answers.
They absolutely do. RDW there in a last-ditch effort to just try defuse the spike fully. It doesn't happen. He was sitting there with the little gizmo out, and then on the other side, what was it, Infrequent? Just staring at him like, what are you doing? And look, 11-8. Demon, I do think they are starting to run away with this game, perhaps. 11-8, Wildcard. The economy could be better, but it's more or less even. Ralph, Wizard, the only player with a Stinger, half armor. But something's wrong with the defense. They're probably not anticipating the offensive aggression from Demon.
Making their way straight down A main. They've left Infrequent. They've left Ferg just to hover. Try and catch out Ralph, perhaps.
Oh, wow.
No, the Omen's joining. I think someone might be waiting for Ralphie. Oh, signs onto you, mate. RDW around the outside as well. Gonna have to kill him Freakum, but the Omen takes care of both of them.
That was brilliant, the spray down, but unfortunately the side take is still going to be towards the A side. Did him! His shots are sharp. His shots are sharp. I couldn't quite land the headshots right there. Maple, that's a pretty good arm draft to try sell some fake intel to the other Jet. But hey, Jet difference. It takes 1 to no one.
Wildcard Gaming had the side surrounded. You got coming from
enemy
full entry points. RDW and Seiko. Beautiful place there. Maple in hell, able to pick up one, so still a lot of work to do for the Jet. Going to be flashed, gunned down. That's an easy retake for Wildcard Gaming. They ain't out of this yet, Digital.
No, they are not by a long shot. But one thing though, I think it's because Wildcard, they find it a lot easier to retake towards the A site and maybe even B, because I'm not sure if you noticed at this point, I don't think Demon have gone to B site once on their attacking half. And the site that has proved to be most successful for them, easily the C side. They plant C and then they can back out and then just go for the pure aim duels and the range advantage. Well, not really, to some extent. At Wildcard, they struggle on C and manage to perform decently everywhere else. So I do think we are seeing Demon to go back to their roots, back onto C.
I am the hunter!
Seiko certainly suspects something might be up.
Oh!
Hunter's Fury, but RDW and Infrequent, they know. It's like they're listening to your thoughts, Digital, and they know what to expect. Maple able to shut down one of them.
Oops.
But the operator ain't exactly the best close-range tool as that Chet makes their way onto site.
Turret out.
Yeah, indeed. It's not the best close-range tool, but it doesn't matter when you have a player like Maple, a jet of his caliber. Any gun can kill in his hands. He's like the John Wick of Valorant.
And look how quickly the tables are turned. It's now at 2v2, but things are looking much better for Demon. You've still got Maple up. You've still got Signed. You can cast out those recon, well, the recon bolts on cooldown. You've still got the out drone, so for some intel.
Oh,
my God, it's the other way around.
The
you still got
mind
the out
games. Demon, I think they were going to see, but then it wins the duel, and the call has been made. If Sign goes down, then it only makes sense that Maple is also on the same sites. However, it's smart from the defense right now. They are playing very split up, and that's an audio cue. Maple gonna put the spike down. He has to somehow clutch a 1v2, and the operator might be the best gun to do it. Oh, he spotted out just the ponytail of the enemy jet, and now Dira meets and Pearl. Can he do it?
Gets away, but the spray is on. Oh my God, Maple almost does it, but being surrounded on both sides. Going to limit your options. Wildcard came in there only one round behind Digital. I've got a feeling this one is going to go to overtime.
Seriously, place your bets right now. That came dangerously close to the wire. Maple, this guy is so cracked. Look, he's carrying the team. 24 kills, atomic. And is easily still highest stats across the board, across the entire tournament. And he nearly clutched that, I would say, impossible 1v2.
And also, well worth pointing out, RDW has really stepped it up in the second half. It was Ralph leading the way for Wildcard Gaming across that first half, but RDW, you expect this kind of play out of them, and I think I said it at the start, when RDW is performing, Wildcard is performing. They've stepped up their game in the last few rounds. No matter, it's 4v4, so it's been very back and forth with both teams, but Wildcard Gaming looking a lot better just now even than they did, 3-4 rounds ago. And it's because that Phoenix has been turning it on.
Absolutely, and I think an interesting point is RDW, I think he's gone for the defuse and the clutch for the past, 2-3 rounds now at this point? And that Phoenix run it back, such a quintessential ultimate, and right now, we might be seeing a side take come out from Demon towards the C site again, the home turf.
Go on, 5-player swing, you can do it. I want to see it.
We saw a triple collab.
Lined up there. The line is up. Alright, the runner back invested to drive Ninim off the line. Nice play there from Wildcard Gaming. Sorry, nice play from Demon.
Yeah, and the side take again from Demon. Clean onto C, and the defense already getting settled in out C long. And look, it's a 5v5 retake, but RDW has run it back on his own Phoenix.
Ooh, that's a nice play. He's curving it too. Style points. Okay, the utility goes through the paranoia, doesn't find anything. RDW's own runner back shut him down. Still, no one dead. The first victim is Swirl. Both Phoenixes down. No more second lives. Trade's going either way. Oh no, Maple had to play the classic. Not able to get the job done. 3v2. Make that a 2v1 in the other way. Gaza picking up a couple of quick kills. Laying on those shot bolts, trying to stop.
Imagine if I died right now.
Ralph from defusing. The spike is going to go off. Ralph did all the work possible, but Demon held on just long enough to put themselves onto map point.
I'm not sure if you heard that. Imagine if I died right now. Just premonition to some extent. Really good 1v2 by a Wizard. He got both kills, but seriously though, it just shows that Demon, they are most comfortable on the C site. When you can't win in manpower, you can always win by time. It was played brilliantly by Sign. He just waited. Realistically, he didn't really have to peek, but when you're in the heat of the moment, you sort of just have to commit to it. Just win the round. It doesn't matter if you die at that point.
So Demon on map point. Wildcard Gaming, they've got a couple options available to them. They've got the Killjoy ult, and they've also got the Blades at the ready if they should so choose to use them.
Yeah, but unfortunately, what they don't have ready is a good arsenal of weaponry. It's a bit of a ragtag buy coming out from Wildcard. So it really will have to come down to the ultimates. Now Signed, look, he's picked up the Hunter's Fury, and if he gets an early kill or even damage onto Wildcard with it, this could be Demon's game right here and now.
Just clearing their way through mid, playing it cautiously. Demon know the ball was in their court.
Oh!
Oh, Ralph couldn't back off in time, despite going down on B, of all places.
Not only
New
that,
territory for some viewers, perhaps.
the Killjoy ultimate is gone. Demon, they left at the B take down to the very last round, match point, and things are looking to swing their way unless a hero play comes out right now.
Signed is just waiting for Ninim to pop around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Gonna know that there, because
Ooh!
Ferg down. Oh, Ninim picks up a second. Things looking doable. The right click misses, but still able to get the headshot onto Maple. Oh my word, the damage has been done by these Jet. It's now a 1v1 Sober v Sober. But Sicko gonna have to deal with the Hunter's Fury. Dodging that one and getting the defuse at the same time. Tank's the last one. Actually, really smart play out of them. Can you get the nail shot? Ooh! Yes! Sicko can do it! Will they get the defuse off before the spike goes? No! Demon just able to secure it by less than half a second. Oh, so brilliantly played. What a way to start out this match, Digital.
Oh my god. He's not expecting that. This is really good game. These two teams so evenly tied, and you could see the respect they were giving to each other at the very end. GG's across the board. They knew how hard both sides had to fight just to win this map 1, by the way. Now, if there was a crux in that final round, it was Wizard Ralph just maybe on not playing defensively enough. It was match point, and he had such a crucial ultimate to prevent the spike plant or to go for a retake. But instead, him going down as the first player, it really put Wildcard in a bad position. Ninim with a huge hero play, getting, what was it, 3 kills? Just not expecting Sign to be playing so far back. But however, he did give his teammate...
I think it's credit to Ninim, the fact that Sign was there waiting for the Jet and they were still able to dodge around it, whether knowingly or not, and get those 3 kills, put Wildcard Gaming into a position where they could have pulled that off.
Absolutely, but look, Sicko down versus Signed, and only one Sova had the Hunter's Fury.
I enjoy, actually, I like seeing that out of Sicko. Tanking the Hunter's Fury, knowing that you can survive the one shot, so you get a little bit more time onto that defuse. Maybe you stick it, maybe you don't. A lot of players, but perhaps not at this skill level, would try and dodge all 3 Hunter's Furies, especially given that even if you survive it, it's going to give away your position.
Yeah, well, anyways, guys, that's map 1 done and dusted. 13-10, brilliant performance from both teams. 6 first bloods for Maple. So, yeah, this guy, he's continuing his reign of dominance. We will be going for a short breather, 5 to 8 minutes, and we'll be back real soon for map 2. And which map is that, Temporal?
Ascent.
Ascent it is. Guys, don't go away just yet. There's much more to be coming your way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That was a short breather, but that was an absolute banger of a game between Demon and Wildcard Gaming. Demon, they did come out on top. Not quite what I expected, but seriously, it came down to the wire, Temporal.
It did indeed. And as we move on in the series, we're going to be going to Ascent. And this is a map that has treated Wildcard Gaming very well in recent times. They haven't lost it yet in the tournament. In fact, they have only lost one map at all in the tournament. It was split against Crockers/Kangas in their last matchup. And even if you look back into the Rise of Valor event at the end of last year in the lead up to First Strike, they won 3 out of 4 times they played on the map there as well. So a very good map for Wildcard Gaming, and if there's any place they're going to level things up, it's likely going to be here on Ascent.
Well, I certainly hope so. And Ascent, oh my god, look, this is a... How should I say it? It's a pug map. Like, both teams, they just go at it. It's an execute heavy map for sure. So it really just comes down to which team has the better communications, teamwork, and executes. But we are probably going to expect to see a Jet and a Reyna on either team. I think last time it was...
Swirl, I think we'll pick up the Reyna. I wouldn't be surprised to see RDW pick up Sage as well on this map. That seems to be historically what what Wildcard has gone for. Aside from that, the standard picks, the Jet, the Sova, Omen, and Sentinel.
Sentinel, and guys, just aside of that, I think the teams are ready, so we're going to get right into it. And Temporal, lead them away and do the agent analysis, please.
Well, as we come in, so to talk about Sage a little bit, Sage, even once, I think I've probably made this point before, so hopefully people aren't too regular viewers, otherwise I just sound the same thing every time. Sage actually got a little play on Ascent, even after she wasn't played everywhere else. And in particular, I think it was Wildcard who were playing it a fair bit, and other players in other regions as well. And RDW has already locked that one in, so no big surprise. Swirl has locked in the Reyna as well. So both teams playing true to form. And ideally, I like to see that, playing to their own styles. I wouldn't mind, honestly, seeing this game get to a point where there isn't necessarily a defined meta. Maybe there's a meta in different roles on the team, but being able to pick and choose which agents you want based on what players you have on your team is an exciting prospect. Being able to see two not necessarily mirror compositions go up against each other every time.
Yeah, for sure. Look, between these two teams, there's such hard fraggers, you know, and right now, when you're this high up in the grand finals and you're Demon versus Wildcard, you don't really have an option to play, you know, a defined meta. You have to play to your absolute strengths on Ascent, the smallest map in the map pool, and it all comes down to the aim duels. So yeah, like you said, Temporal, RDW on the Sage, Swirl on the Reyna, and oh man, handing over camera controls to Crash. We're about to get into map 2 of the Valorant Oceanic Tour Grand Finals, Demon versus Wildcard Gaming.
And we'll just note that the teams have swapped sides, so Wildcard Gaming will be starting on the left of your screen on defense, Demon attack on the right. And it seems to be just, you know, your standard kind of setup for the defense. Of course, you have to cover both sides. So unless you're trying something a little tricky, you spread your players across. Well, so Demon, however, stacking up largely towards that A side.
Oh, I'm really liking the soothing camera movement, just to, you know, get us into the mood before absolute chaos unfolds. It's the pistol round, and yeah, Demon on the attack. Wildcard, how do they defend? Well, for starters, Demon, 4 players stacked out A long and Ferg. I do think he's buying some time for his team or a rotate, just making noise over to the B side. But however, on the defense, Wizard Ralph has all his Killjoy utility deployed on the A site.
Here we go. Gonna stop off for a little bit of ice cream, you know, a little bit of glass of wine to go with that. Demon, they make their way on site. Maple going to get stuck in the nanoswarm, has to dash out of it, so nice setup by Ralph to deny that little corner position. I don't think the door even went down. So you're not going to have to invest much to break through it, but Sign will get the spike down. No one's been killed yet. Berg hovering in mid, taking a little bit of damage. Going to draw out a couple of players, and Ralph will fit with the one finishing that off. Now, pressure's on. Wildcard game. Sorry, pressure on Demon. They're losing players left, right, and center. Ralph in and out. Oh, that crap.
Player standing.
Trade's going either way, but Wildcard Gaming have the numbers they need to get the job done. Assign, trapped in the corner, gets one, but that will be all she wrote for this over. Yes, for this over.
Yeah, oh man, look, like I said earlier, just absolute bloody chaos on the side. The retakes, the kill after kill, and the entire kill feed, it was lining up like the 4th of July, just green, blue, red, everything. And then, you know, Wildcard, they just had the advantage perhaps in manpower, catching Ferg, I think, off guard at down mid. They sent 2 players out, the kill squad, just to make sure that he died. The smokes was gone for the attackers. And then the retake, it was just a matter of time. Wildcard, to be expected. Well, actually, both teams just realized they forced up either way. Demon, Stingers all the way, full armor, and some utility. Meanwhile, Wildcard, Nenim, of course, on the dollar store operator. Full armor on both teams, but really, it comes down to how offensively and how cohesively Demon plays this round with the SMGs.
Seeing a lot of Killjoy utility set up on that A site once again. Also stacking it with 3 players, so perhaps expecting a lot more pressure around that way is the defending team. But, I mean, Ferg, a 1-man army perhaps, or a 2-man army. You've got Gazzo there to support. Just trying to go down the A side, or maybe just bait some more rotations out and clear out B as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, right now, Demon, I expected a really aggressive push coming out from them, a full execute early on, but somehow it's not happening. Good play, though, because the Sage Wall has naturally decayed. Nenim, Boss Operator, already does damage onto the other jet, and oh my god, if the side take is out now or never.
You both well.
An IDW blows 2 away with the bucket. At that range, brilliant play
30
out of that
seconds left.
Sage. Now, you see Demon backing out. Well, they're backing out for the moment. They're hard committed though. It's only 20 seconds left, so they don't have a choice. They have to hit B, or just give the side, give the game round away for free.
Oh!
I was
Okay, you don't see this very often. Round 2 already in this game of the Grand Finals. Map 2, RDW aces with the Bucky. That's $900, and he just holds his ground on the B site. One at a time, the players of Demon just feed him, and oh my god, RDW is hungry, and he just farmed all the kills.
Good lord, what are we witnessing here today? RDW popping off on the Sage. It decides, you know what, there's got a bit too much range. I'm going to limit myself to just a Stinger in this round. And in the meantime, Demon, they ain't buying in either. Just sheriffs across the board.
You know, Nenim with the Marshall, that's instant kill to the body. And in fact, no players of Demon right now have body armor that forced by the previous round. It's not working out in their favor. And Nenim, there should be a buffet for him, assuming he lands his shots.
The eyes are down. Enemy kill.
Oh, good lord, Nenim blowing their opposition away. Who needs an op? Just invest in the Marshall every round. Save some credits just in case things go horribly wrong.
And horribly wrong.
Wildcard Gaming, they're turning it on. It's, weirdly enough, this wasn't even their map pick. This is Demon's choice.
Look, it's early in the game, so honestly, it could swing either way. Just off of momentum right now, and a misbuy to some extent by Demon, force buying in the second round after losing Pistol, and now that caused them to have to stay for another round. 13 rounds in Valorant, so you really can't afford to lose rounds early on.
Here.
Unfortunately now, Demon, they are able to buy full armor and rifles signed with the Hunter's Fury, looking to perhaps make a play or go hold for the post plant.
Nenim holding the angle down A main. Might get a chance to 1v1 somebody. Cypher Camp's gonna give away the position.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, Demon's still happy to take that one. Sending out Swirl in advance. Maple dashes onto site, takes care of the turret. The Cloudburst providing a little bit of cover. Gonna be spotted by the Owl drone. Gets the hell out of dodge. Now everyone converging on the side. The Hunter's Fury unleashed out of Demon. Getting the spike down. Still no one's actually died yet.
it's a 5v5 post-plant situation, and Demon, they do have a gun advantage easily, but hey, when you don't have a gun advantage at close range with SMGs and manpower, you can still win the day. And right now, it's all about getting the game of wallbangs and getting early picks.
Oh. And the Scorpion is the first victor in this fight. Swirl picked up a couple before being taken down. Trade's going either way, but they're currently fading the defense. They've still got the 3 players up, 2 backers in. Hell, Maple's going to finish a couple of kills. All of a sudden, 1v1, the classic whipped out by Ralph. That'll be another round win for Demon and Digital. Oh, sorry, the first round win for Demon and Digital. Shades of Haven here. I'm pretty sure Wildcard won 3 rounds and then Demon came back and took 5 in a row.
If anyone needs.
Yeah, this could be honestly deja vu. As long as Demon gets the pain train running, they are building up a momentum and it's hard to stop.
Oh, it was the other way around, sorry. It was Demon taking first 3, Wildcard taking 5.
Ah, well, look, the tables have been turned. It's a different map after all. This is Demon's map pick, so odds are they could have 5 rounds in a row at this point. And I like how you mentioned in the previous round calling the Stinger the Scorpion. Scorpion has a Stinger, but no.
I'm thinking of a different gun that has very similar characteristics. My apologies. Whoever at Riot named it. In any case, full buys for both teams and a really full buy for Seiko. Love seeing the Sovers whipping out the Odin. But no one from Demon going to be taking that duel as yet. They're going poking and prodding up in mid, maybe through the market, most likely through the garden though, towards the A side.
Oh, Wildcard, they're getting tails and a lot of footsteps towards the A short angle. That's 3 players actually. Wildcard, they're trying to spray for it, trying to get some kills, and this is good because no one has actually seen sign. He's sitting in the smoke, and Frequent has no idea.
Swings the corner, Ralph there though, gonna finish that one off, so that little lurk doesn't quite pay off. Well, the Empress is on the field already for the maniacal laughter, but Ralphie's shutting things down. Can't we just have some fun? Out comes the party denial device to the lockdown in full force. Seiko has brought that Odin all the way over from the B side. As it finally gets on back, but the damage has been done. The spike is down, but there's no one from Demon left to defend it. Gaz on background gets one, but in the end, Ninim finishing things off. Wildcard Gaming, they're just going to restrict Demon to 1 round in a row.
Yeah, well, I'll take it back then. It was Demon's map pick, but Wildcard, they might be bringing us to another 5 round win streak, or maybe just a few rounds win streak. They already have 4 on the board for them, 1 more, and it will be 5. Demon, perhaps just starting off this map on the wrong foot. Their economy has been reset again, back to the Stone Ages. The previous round, something really went wrong. The over-aggression and solo hero plays, first by Signed, it didn't pay off. And then by Swirl, again, had the Empress. Realistically, Ralph Wizard should have died, but somehow he came out on top in that duel.
It's unbelievable the positions that Ralph find themselves in and consistently able to pull the gun. Maple, what a dash into the face of Ninim, gets taken down. So you lose a bit of your value, especially in this eco round. But with the wall in the way, Demon's going to have to back off and rethink their course of action.
Yeah, that was, I think the Sage Wall from REW came up a little bit early and just blocked Ninim somewhat, but I didn't expect Maple to already be so fast on the chase.
Frequent, happy to take that range still. When you've got the Vandal against the Sheriffs, you take your chances. Ralph, what a lurk around the backside. Get him back into the fight as well. This Killjoy is unbelievable.
Ralph, actually, you weren't here for the first debut game of Wildcard versus some team. I forgot which one it was. A few days ago, I'm sorry.
Villains, I think.
Villains Esports.
I watched that this morning in anticipation of this. Yeah, you mentioned it there. Ralph was a standout. I think here on Ascent too.
Exactly. Wizard, he had the exact same play. He lurked A long and then he flanked again. This is the exact same play. He was just playing off the intel on the map and what his teammates were calling out to him, and he goes for a big flank all the way back down mid and another triple spray tan, I think. Easy peasy.
Oh man, just if you're a Sentinel player, just go and watch Ralph. We'll find out if he's got a Twitch you can have a look at too. Oi! My apologies.
Ninim, he had the operator, and thankfully that was a good Reyna eye used by Swirl, just to, you know, bait him back a little bit. And oh, Ralph again, the Sentinel holding position, and Tate's going back and forth. Wildcard Gaming, they are a man up though, and now the last 2 players of Demon are seriously heavily tagged. One bullet is all it takes to stop them, And Gaza, not long for this world, I think. RDW, 4 kills. He started this game off, I think, well, the second round, with an ace, and then another 4K just then. 11 kills for RDW. I don't think he's used a resurrection yet, even though he should have had one at some point. He did?
They used it in the round where Ralph was popping off, I think just to retrieve a weapon.
Oh, right. Resurrect for the economy, perhaps. But
You know IDW, he's probably thinking, oh, well, I might as well use it, otherwise I'm just going to build up another one and those kills are going to go to waste.
That is true. To have the foresight to use your ultimate so freely, I envy that.
Oh no, oh no. Ninim still misses a shot, gets all the intel you could possibly want as a Jet, but the wall's going to be there for stalling this advance for the moment. Allows Ninim to reposition as well.
Yeah, Demon, they're being put on an eco round again. Just pistols and cheap buys across the board. Maple does have a Marshal, but when you're on the attack, trying to get something to happen with it, it's quite difficult. But hey, knowing Maple, the highest rated player currently across the entire tournament, he might just make something work. Wildcard, of course, full buys, you know, and 3 ultimates, especially on Ralph Wizard, the lockdown. This should be looking to be their game and their round. Their first half, realistically. They're already up by 5, so Demon, they need to adapt and figure something out.
Well, they waited out the wall that was put up by IDW on that A main entrance. Now they're going to hit the side, and it'll have to be this side, given that there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. But Wildcard Gaming suspects something's up. You see the rotations coming. Top of that mini-map series. Defenders spawn. Ricken on the high ground. Oh! Gonna throw some special juice.
The big
Wildcard
suck.
Gaming, they get a couple of kills. So things looking good for the defense so far. Oh no, Ninim's got the turret and the Ralph support. Things are going to be pretty dire for that. Gazzo trying to get through 3. Swirl stuck on the bottom. The Odin churning through Reyna.
There they are.
Oh, no sign. Good to see everyone, but it's not going to do anything when Ralph is waiting. Blimey, this Killjoy picking up a couple of kills again. Wildcard Gaming, they're on an absolute tear. It looks like this is the map they wanted after all.
You failed. Now flee.
Yeah, and it's a good thing indeed, because at this rate, we are going to see a map 3. Demon, they won map 1. It was a really close game, but Wildcard, they're just taking things away right now. And actually, for the match histories for the past few days for Wildcard, I think they've had their ups and downs. Supposedly map 1 against, was it Crockers or someone else? They lost.
It was against Kanga/Crocker, yes.
Kanga,
they lost it hard on split.
And then they fully did a reverse sweep and dominated in the last 2 maps. So this could be the same thing again, just flexing their dominance.
We'll see how that plays out. If they do win this one, whether convincingly or not, we will be on to split, so we can talk about it later. But right now, the action is in mid-swell. We're going to spot out Ninim trying to take an interesting position. They're going to have to contend with Ralph doing a bit of shopping. Right, either way, Killjoy's backing off. Plenty of utility there in support though. RDW caught in a tricky position, able to get the drop on Ferg. Wow. Swirl and Maple swinging back. This round looks like it's going to be all Demon. They've got the numbers they need. Basiko's the one bringing all the bullets, Digital.
62 in the... Well, it doesn't matter. He just gets destroyed. Ralph Wizard by himself. Yeah, you have some utility and a lockdown, but this is looking really unlikely, even for a retake. So best to save your ultimate and to fight another day. You're 6 rounds up, your team, so you have some room to work with. I think right now, in the past few rounds leading up to this, Ninim, he's hailed as a very good Jet OC, very sharp with the blades, but he's been missing a few shots in the past few rounds, so it is somewhat concerning. Maybe just yet to find a stride on Ascent, and just then, this round you saw early on, he got Sage wall boosted on an off angle, and was just watching the wrong angle, not expecting Demon to not go top mid at all, instead from B-Link, and Sorrel just nets the easiest kill of his life. Ninim, $5,000, gone. And
you know what's great? Ninim has been having a quiet game, was quiet in Ascent too. But Wildcard, they're not looking any worse off for it. Yeah, it was a close game against Demon, on map 1. They're tearing away here even without an enemy popping off. So the quality of player on this team means they're not reliant on one star player to continually pop off every time, because it's a lot of pressure to put on one particular person, and if they have an off day, you damage your team's chances of getting anything done. But Wildcard Gaming, they built a really solid roster here. Quality across the board, and so far it's showing off for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Just C9 Blue 10s, vibes realistically. And one player, though, that has been consistent is, oh my god, Nim heard the TP, actually. He might just catch Ferg. Yep. Finally, there you go. That's the redemption shot he needed. As I was saying, Wizard, Ralph, he's been a really consistent fragger at the top of the leaderboard all the time for Wildcard, I think. CSGO
Yeah,
Old
great
Blood,
first
if I'm
half in
correct.
Haven too.
And now, look, Wildcard, 5 ultimates. They are free to use them as they wish. Looking to extend their lead
round, the rest
even
of the
more.
half.
Yeah, you might as well at this point. Or RDW, just throw out the resurrection. Why not? Use it. He's gonna get another one.
Yeah, you haven't used your ultimate yet this round? Yeah, have a resurrection, now use it. Well, the patient game being played by Demon, but they're going to have to get a wriggle on. They're already a player down.
Wow.
45 seconds left. Swirl doing what Rainers do best, getting in there, taking those nice little 1v1s. Currently in a good position to stop any lurks through mid. And there's that resurrection you were talking about. Frequent back in the fight. They lose Sigo at the same point. Now it's a 4v4. Swirl taking the 1v2. Oh, lordy. Someone stop this Rainer. Throwing the 180. Not going to find anything. 4 for Swirl. We could be looking at an ace here.
He wants it. They're calling it. Look, they want him to have it almost. Maple doing 360s around, just waiting for Swirl to come, but Swirl just couldn't come in time. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why I prefer personally the Vandal over the Phantom. Just a one-shot headshot, no damage fall off at any distance. It came in so clutch. Swirl just wanted an absolute tear that round.
There you go, kids. There's some Valorant advice there. Be more like digital. Only click on heads.
That's easy. Just click heads. This game isn't hard.
I mean, what was really impressive there is because the resurrection was used. Swirl, well, not only looking for an ace, could have picked up a 6k.
Oh yeah, probably at that rate.
There.
I wonder if that's even programmed into the game. Like, does the game will give you an ace for 5? Does it do anything for 6, or does the server just shut down? Because it doesn't
It just
understand.
says ace again, but it shows the icon for 6 kills. Because ace, it just means you killed all the players by yourself. So yeah, fair enough.
You killed them all again. Double Odin. I like this. You don't often see the Odin on attack coming from like Sign is pulling out now, but. It's a pleasure to see it. I wouldn't mind seeing the 2 Sovers maybe go at it on B. Just both of them spamming through the wall, hoping for the best.
Yeah, hoping for the best, but right now you see the defense on B has left that site to be a bit of a dead zone. But somehow, Demon, they are... Well, in fact, not Demon. Demon, that's perhaps why they're struggling. They can realistically only try to hit the A site. B has proven to be unsuccessful quite often. Just the solid defense. You have one Sova, the Initiator, Intel Gatherer, and meanwhile RDW, the Sage utility. That slow orb and the wall, it just makes B main an impossible angle to push out of.
Sovers has to back off momentarily. Demon's still trying to make up the line.
Oh, hello there.
Yes, they know that
30
the Sage
seconds
is at least waiting in the boathouse. This is it. Swirl once again, the Empress marching the battlefield. See if there's any heroics similar to what happened in the last round. Going to be dodging through the Hunter's Fury. Both teams whipping them out. I think they'll be able to get one before they're taken down. Swirl refreshing the cooldown on the Empress as well, but now they're going to have to deal with the lockdown. 10 seconds left. The lockdown's going to go off before they get it planted. They're going to have to suck it up, Digital.
Yeah, I think they will. Oh no, Sign is trying to wallbang the lockdown, but I don't think it's on the ground though. That's the problem. Thankfully, it doesn't detain any players. Demon, a player's down, and Sign about to die. Indeed he does. 2v4. What's going to happen?
Well, the Empress is about to wear off, so Swirl's going to lose the benefits that come with that. Just at the wrong time, really. 2 players trapped in the boathouse. Fire being sprayed in. Swirl picks up 1, but going to be identified thanks to the kill. They don't expect Sigo around the outside, but it is Ralph who eventually gets the final kill. Anyway, Diffuse coming through. Wildcard Gaming. They're going to finish the second half strong. Oh, sorry, the first half strong.
Really, really strong. It all came down to Swirl, and look, the Reyna on
Last
a sense.
round
It's
in the
such
half.
I wouldn't, like you said, it's not like a map-locked meta or a map-specific agent, but Reyna has proven to be a consistently good agent, just on Ascent for some reason. Plix from Exoclan, he plays Reyna on this map usually, and just absolutely pops off. Yakuza, Direwolves currently, the same thing, pops off most of the time, 90% of the time. And Swirl right now, this kid, he's so young, good reflexes, there's more plasticity in his brain. You can see the flicks, you can see what he was trying to do in that type of situation. It didn't work out in the end though, but hey, that's life.
Good night, Blade Storm. Mabel shut down instantly. The operator. Once again, B is forbidden territory for Demon.
Seiko has a much easier time playing that angle with the Odin. When he can just spam that angle.
Oh, Ninim. This reposition is so good. Unfortunately, not going to be finding any value there. Have to back off. But giving Demon pause for thought.
Oh, REW hasn't been spotted. Catches! Gaza with his pants down as well.
What team play. Really nicely done by Wildcard Gaming. They're just picking apart this attack from Demon. Haven't been able to really find an answer to get successfully in onto a site ever since it's ever. Really. Finished from 1 2 round wins in a row. Spraying through the smoke. Berg follows. Now just Sign left. Ninim. I think Ninim almost got a kill at all 3 points on the map there. B, mid, and A.
Switching sides.
What a half from Wildcard Gaming.
Yeah, one absolute half. Look, Wildcard up by 6 round. Ninim, he hasn't been landing all his shots, but it's okay. When you have Woods and RDW, just going huge for the team. Signed at the very end there. I liked what he was trying to do. He had the Odin, but he was going to check the wine angle just to make sure that it was clear. But unfortunately, as a last player left standing, and you still have to plant the spike, it's just, not happening. And right now, on the defense, it's the second half. Demon, Swirl is popping off huge. Double digits, 14 kills. But look at the bottom. Signed on 3, and Ferg yet to get a kill. This is worrisome, Temporal.
Indeed, you can't. Sometimes you have a supporting agent down the bottom of the scoreboard. It used to happen to breaches all the time, but at least they're providing necessary service to the rest of the team. Omen, quite capable of. Yeah, you've got the paranoia, but aside from that, you need to be contributing a little bit to help the team step up. But I mean, for the side of Demon, it's understandable given the way Wildcard has been playing this match. I mean, you just look at the scoreline. The fact that 2 players don't even have more kills than rounds they've got is kind of understandable. Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you. Maybe they're just not feeling Ascent today. And we said it before the match, Ascent has been really good for Wildcard. It doesn't matter who chose it. There's already a couple of maps been taken out of the map pool. So Demon, they're a little limited, and perhaps they didn't want to, well, they didn't choose Icebox, and they didn't choose, I don't know what was banned first actually, but they didn't choose Split or Bind either. So
yeah,
sometimes it's just the way it goes.
Wildcard, I think this team, this potential super team, has been in the makings for some time. So they've had easily a lot more time to, theory craft and plan strats for all the maps. Even probably Icebox, I'll be honest with you. Ninim, your Jet in tandem with RDW, you can play some pretty nutty angles. Meanwhile, Demon, this team, it's really recent, much more recent than Wildcard. Swirl, I do think he was a free agent for some time. Signed, he was ex-Mindfreak. They got dropped pretty recently. And everyone else, Maple.
Swirl was Mindfreak too.
Who? Oh, Swirl, yeah, that's right. 2 Mindfreak players.
Swirl and Sign joined Mindfreak together, I believe.
They were dropped recently, right?
Yeah.
And Maple as well. Team Bliss recently dropped. So this team, it hasn't had a lot of time to, come together and just mesh and have really good strats as a team. Ferg, IGL, CSGO, old school. His brain has to be overheating right now, trying to think about how to win this game. This map, I mean.
Alright, now, Wildcard Gaming have a chance to set the agenda, given that they are attacking their spread very thin, so they're not trying to bum rush any sites. Digital, they're waiting, biding their time, collecting as much intel as possible.
Oh yeah, I think it's because Wildcard again, they have a 6-round advantage, so they can really just wait and do anything they want. And use the tells, use information. Look, right there, haven't made a single sound yet, and bro, he's closed the door and he's already destroyed it. So that's already perhaps bad, I would think, for Wildcard, because A side, that's more or less 3 angles they have to sort of watch on the post-plant situation. And oh dear, Nina playing inside the smoke. This could be bad though, because of rotation is coming out. There we go.
Oh, the nice little cloud burst on top of the double box. It's in front of the default spot. Swell's going to pick up the first kill. So far, both sides converging on the point, on the side. Wildcard Gaming, they have the numbers. They're able to clear it out. Nice start. So, yeah, they took their time, and even though all those angles open up, the cloud cover was just so much that Demon couldn't see who was going where.
Yeah, Swirl, just bad timing maybe.
Still gets the drop on Ninim there. Thought might have looked the wrong way. Have to try and deal with Seiko. They're able to pick up Gaza before they're taken down. Maple paranoid, but will be finished off beautifully by DW. Wildcard Gaming already on double digits. 1 round into the second half.
Yeah, 10-3. It's looking rough for Demon, I'll be honest. And like earlier on, I was saying Swirl, it was sort of bad timing. He on pistol rounds, when you're Reyna and you have a Ghost, you have to really secure a 1 good kill and try to overheal yourself. That makes you a living tank on a pistol round. It just takes so much to take you down, of course. But with high tier players, it's bloody headshots across the board, so it doesn't really matter. I like that comment actually if I wasn't Berg coin crashing for 0 kills. And in case you guys don't know right now, cryptocurrency is having a crash as we speak. So it's just all the more disastrous.
Here.
Yes, Swirl, he was under the heaven angle and he was reloading. Couldn't protect his teammate. And please, go on.
So Ninim bought a Vandal, so going to go hard for this round, looking to get the kills. We'll have to deal with Maple hiding in the corner here. Sort of wait, probably hoping they get caught up. Oh, Stein! That's aggressive play there. Able to pick up 1.
Oh no.
So Jules across the map might be favouring Demon here.
What? He escaped. Berg.
Okay. Sometimes weird stuff happens. But Ralph on the prowl. And the rest of the team looks like they might be coming across to join the Killjoy as well.
Mysteriously, Wildcard, they are down a player compared to Demon right now, but Demon, they own classics all the way. And look at that Wizard again, due diligence, using the Nanoswarm to clear all the angles for his team. And
30
they're
seconds
making
left.
an executive call right now to go back to the B site, which it doesn't really matter which site you go right now because there's 2 players either site. The only slight difference is there's a Cypher on the B site, but there's no utility left, so it doesn't matter. Wildcard, they should still be poised to win this round, I hope.
Well, they know the hit is on. The defenders are coming around, but for the moment, it's going to be a 2v3 on site. Ninim's spotted. Zico picks up Gaza. Going down. Maple though into the smoke, gets 1, denies the plant, so buying some time. Zico eventually gets it down. In the end, Wildcard Gaming able to... Oh, no, they didn't. The time ran out.
Maple!
Oh,
Maple! That hero play! He was going to die either way, so he just made sure to buy enough time for his team, and then just killed the spike planter just before he went down. It was brilliant. Zico, he couldn't protect his teammate. Maple, just brilliant play, and that's all you needed. Demon, look at that. Off of a single round win, off of just absolute desperation. Full buy, and Odin unsigned on B. Wildcard, Stone Ages.
Looking a little better for Demon. I mean, only 1 round win, but it's a start that's all they need. At the moment, they've only been able to string 2 rounds in a row once in this map, so hopefully they're able to repeat the trend here and get a good roll on. Oh dear, Maple, I think might have seen a leg. Able to get the drop on Ralph. Cops a bit of damage in the process, though, so the Killjoy doing about as best as it could be haunted. That's just nasty from Sign. That's just... It shouldn't be allowed. Berg, nice denial of the teleport. Then Ninim, though, pops around the corner, blasts away both the defenders on site. Can't be doing that.
Player standing.
This is round digital.
Gaza just then, he should have been cool with his pants down, but somehow still manages to stick the landing and get the kill. Realistically, he should have died, and Ninim should be in a 1v1 right now, but look, he underperformed a little bit, somewhat, in the previous round, but now he's popping off. That's two clean headshots already. And the best
30
thing
seconds
is,
left.
He's playing ring around the rosy. He has no idea where the last two defenders are. Picked himself up a Phantom, 34 HP though, so one shot to the body from the Vandal will fish him off. He's clearing all the angles, that's good, but he's delaying too much time. Spikes coming down, and the last two players out the A angle. Then has clutched the impossible before, but he's staring the wrong way! Oh, the sound cue.
One enemy remaining.
Why did Gaza peek alone? It doesn't matter though, Side just strolls around the corner with the bloody Odin, just, you know, the Humpty Dumpty walk, and just sprays down Venom.
There you go. Come on, Sign. Make up your mind.
Ah,
Jeez.
the operator.
Really wants the op. Fair enough.
How much
Gonna
is
bring
the,
up that Hunter 2 off with
how
this
much
too.
is the Odin again? I thought the Odin was
like
5,000.
No, the operator's only 5,000, but it's like 3,000 or something ridiculous.
Oh,
Or maybe it's
okay.
25.
No,
Yeah, I think it's more than a rifle, isn't it?
it's more than a rifle, maybe 4K? Well, I don't know, 4.5 perhaps? But yeah. But then again, on a map like Ascent, when you have jets available on your team, the operator is a must-have.
3,200.
3,200 only?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cheap.
Jeez, why do we buy rifles?
Oh my god.
Just
Wow.
an extra 300 credits, do away with the utility, pick up an Odin every round.
Sure. Look at what Sign's doing. He's just tearing up, and that was his absolute confidence, you know? The swag walk right out. Oh my
He
god.
bought another one.
Just that much money to work with. Oh.
Killed my bot.
I think that was at the absolute max range limitations of the Hunter's Fury, so he could get one tag and no more after that. It destroys some utility. Yeah, could be better, could be worse.
I'll give that a okay on the scale of ultimate ratings.
Wildcard. 10 to 5, looking good. They have a few ultimates. No lockdown though, but I do think the reload, it may have given away their positions. The Cypher may have hurt it to some extent. I'm not too sure though. Maple long distance with the operator. This could be deadly. The double wall boost as well.
Unfortunately, not going to be finding quite the value required. What? One little knife to the head of Seiko.
What?
Operator as well, but infrequent and didn't get in there. Answer back immediately. Now Wildcard Gaming have the numbers in E plus the spike down. See if there's Odin. Is this great value in this round? It is the last round. They're losing Ferg early though. Can make things a whole lot more difficult, even if you can wall bang every single wall.
Last player standing.
Signed. He's by himself. Hasn't Odin. He's getting flushed out. Oh man. The poor guy. Flushed down the toilet like a rat. That was a really good play, really good execute on the B side by Wildcard. Like I said earlier, I think, they've had more time to think of strats and how to play the map and have better team coordination. The double wall boost up, I think that was RDW and Infrequent the Omen. That's how Infrequent managed to TP towards lane, I think. Don't quote me on that though. And then, look, it was just a battle, it was just duels across B side. Wildcard, they came out on top, and Ferg not having a good day right now. 1 kill, so not too bad, but... That's 100% of his kills.
It's probably for the best. I mean, you go through a map like this and get 0 kills, you probably never hear the end of it from your team, so it's just as well.
I do think that's the eco as well. It's coming out from Demon. Things are not looking good. This is desperation. They don't want the map point for Wildcard right now. So Swirl, he's invested his all. It's a force buy with the only player on the team with the Vandal. And honestly, I don't like their odds, Dimple.
If they get the first kill, the Empress will be available to them.
Could be better. Yeah. Have hope. I like that optimism.
Not going to be able to get that orb though. It's well covered. The Aldro might just spot someone at Ferg. I think that dark cover may be dissipating quite soon.
100 Thieves steal actually. He said that if he's not performing, he can be bait for his team.
They know Swirl is there. The recon dart wasn't destroyed in time. Sicko gets the kill. The big play is gone. Ninem also taking care of Gaza on that B side. That's where the spike is going. It's all the way around at A at the moment. Ah, the telly. Taking the shortcut. You know what? Infrequent. It's going to skip leg day today. Spiked. Maybe planted? No, just trying to pick the right spot of dirt.
Oh,
Spike planted.
oh my gosh. Flawless round for Wildcard. This is
Did they even
just...
get the spike? Yeah, I think they did.
Did they? Oh, yeah.
I
it
don't
was
know if
fine, it was
they... I mean,
fine, it was fine.
not that they need the credits, but yeah,
No.
I think they got it down in the end.
12-5. This is just an absolute clinic by Wildcard.
And it's an eco.
Right now. Exactly.
Oh,
the
Demon.
previous round, Demon, they had to force buy in. Swirl, like you said, zero money in the bank with a Vandal, and now they are seriously in the dumpster. I'm not too sure if they can make anything happen out of it. Swirl has Empress though, so with the Spectre, he might be able to make a huge play, but this is it, now or never.
Scanning ahead.
Do or die here for Demon to keep themselves in the map, but Wildcard Gaming, they're well set to take us out to a map 3. Just playing this one slowly. This time we're facing ourselves with another team on match point, map point digital, and the lockdown in play for Ralph.
Yeah, 12-5. Look, Ninham, I was saying earlier, he wasn't quite landing his shots. It doesn't matter at all though, because look at his team. It's just such good team coordination across the board. Maple, Dollar Store Operator, oh, you have to land hard headshots. And once again, the signature wildcard B tag. We're probably about to see the double Sage Wall lockdown coming out and sign. Oh man, only a judge. What more can he possibly do? Oh, Maple!
They knew WW would be up there. Maple taking care of business. Still got that store on lockdown. No pun intended. But once that wears off, no one's detained. Spike still isn't
30
planted.
seconds
There you go. Seiko finally getting the job done. Empress is online. Maple picks up the second of the round, so the Jet making it work with the Dollar Store op. Phil picks up a kill. The Empress refresh in free, hiding. The dark cover picks up one. Seiko does as well. So the attackers have still got a little bit of coverage on site. The smoke might be valuable here. The Hunter's really sweeping out, forcing the attackers to reposition themselves. Berger's able to finish off infrequent. Seiko answers back with one now with 1v2. Can Seiko deny the plant? 3 for the Nova. Reload gets the freaking 4K. Wildcard Gaming send us to a map 3.
Seiko, what was that? You can't be doing that. Single-digit HP towards the end. And look, the Phantom. I gave the Vandal high praise earlier. Yes, it's one shot, 0 damage fall off to the head at all ranges, but the Phantom at close ranges is almost unbeatable. At close ranges is one shot to hit as well, but you have much more ammunition and a faster fire rate to work with. Seiko there, I don't even think he got a single headshot because it didn't matter. He played that to perfection. 1v3, I think it was, gets one kill with the Phantom, more ammo, sprays out another, through a smoke. He was blind, just pure sound cues, and narrowly sees the edge of Gaza. And he knows what to do. He backs off into smoke, just blindly spraying. There you go. Gaza walks, runs to his trap. 13-5 for Wildcard.
Good lord. What a way to turn things around then. Just taking a look at that scoreboard. Swirl did everything they possibly could to try and drag Demon into it. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be Wildcard Gaming just running all over their opponent on that map. And I'm really, really looking forward to this third map. It's going to be an absolute banger.
Absolute banger indeed. Again, guys, this is 1-1 right now. Wildcard versus Demon. We will be going for a short break, 8 minutes or so. So yeah, take a breather. The players, they can calm down, especially Demon after that loss. Really, 13-5. It was really close. Map 1. They managed to win it out. And Ferg, man, let's not talk about it. But guys, don't go away just yet. I am Digital QF, and joining me is Temporal. This is the Valorant Oceanic Tour 2021 Grand Finals. There is Map 3 incoming real soon. Which map was it again? Split, that's right. See you guys very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, it has been one hell of a series, one hell of a day. We are on to Map 3 split of the Valorant Oceanic Tour 2021 Grand Finals between Demon and Wildcard Gaming. I am Digital QF, joining me is Temporal, and observing, of course, is Crashmates. Temporal, take it away.
Well, Split, the ugly stepchild of Valorant maps for the longest time. Icebox maybe has taken that crown a little bit. This is where it will be decided, and both teams, they've played a little bit of Split so far in this tournament. Most notably, Wildcard Gaming actually lost. It's the only map loss they've had in the tournament so far. They lost it against Kanga Esports yesterday, or Crockers as they were known at the time. And it was quite a one-sided affair. They couldn't even put any round wins on the board on their attack. So they'll be looking for hopefully a change in their fortunes here if they want to go away with the top seed going into the closed qualifiers. Demon hasn't lost a map yet in the tournament. They've played Split twice. It was a reasonably one-sided affair against Genuine Gaming, but a little more of a struggle when they played over Palace Strike. So I'll be curious to see how they do, but just based on just statistics, not taking into account the fluctuations of how players are feeling, etc., and momentum coming off previous map wins, Demon really in the box seat to be taking this one out today.
Demon, I hope so, because it will be one hell of a underdog story, more or less. Wildcard, they've really showed up, and in fact, in the previous matchups, they could lose one map, the first map, and then suddenly just strike back so hard. It's just ridiculous. So this is the Clash of the Titans. All players are ready, and we are loading in right now for the final map, Split.
As we go in, Wildcard Gaming will be starting out on the left of screen as defense. Demon will be starting on the attack. So Wildcard, they'll have a chance to get a few round wins on the board as defense first up, just in case their attack doesn't quite come up to snuff. And we're going to see some changes in the agent lineup coming out of Wildcard Gaming too. Sicko doesn't want to be playing Sova here on Split, just too many angles to hide from the recon arrows. We'll be picking up the Sage, RDW moving across onto the Reyna. And we're also going to be seeing some changes out of Demon. They've already locked in their heroes. They've already locked in their agents digital.
Heroes? Oh, is that Overwatch or hero?
No, just skip over it. Please do not dry zone affect it.
Yeah, well, anyways, Demon right now. Oh, look, Gaza. I think he was playing Cypher for the past two maps, and now the Killjoy pick, which actually, in my opinion, is the superior Sentinel on Split. Cypher is just not the way to go. It's so tight corners, close quarters combat across multiple angles. Having Killjoy is so much better. You do damage. You have the nano swarm grenades to buy time, delay pushes, and get kills. And of course, don't forget the alarm bot that can just seriously stun players hard. And guys, right now, handing over camera controls to Crash. Oh man, just admire the beauty of Split for just a moment. The amount of detail Riot actually puts into their maps and personality. Seriously, this is a reasonably good mirror matchup. You have the same duelist RDW on the Raze, and like you said earlier, Swirl also on Raze. But however, that Breach pick from Signed, I've always known Signed to be a entry fragger, a duelist role. To see him on Breach, I'm very excited to see what they have cooking.
And we're also seeing Ferg on the Brimstone. We've seen it a little bit in this tournament. I remember it being on Bind in the last couple of rounds. So good to see that agent coming out again. A long time without seeing Brimstone in the smoking role, given the strength of Omen. It will end up, being almost 100% pick rate, if not actually at 100% for a few months. So wholesale changes for both teams. We'll see who comes out on top. But given the lineups and the style that these players like to play, I'm not willing to say who I don't think there's enough of a difference to say one team is going to be clearly on top just based on the agents they selected.
Yeah, and things are early, but right now on the pistol round, it's just slow, methodical playing, tiptoeing all around the map, and RDW about to engage. Maple playing this gay spot. I love this. They do check it though. Maple good for one. And oh dear, it means trades across the board.
It's back and forward. RDW is the first to pick up double kill. Ralph. Of course, Ralph is getting in there with the frenzy.
Oh.
that will be an easy round 1 win for Wildcard Gaming, who is on the attack. I think I said they were going to be on defense, but they're not.
Well, Wildcard, that was a pretty good attack. Ralph Wizard, I'm not too sure when or how he actually got into the heaven angle, but great play by him. And Ferg, well, good to see. He's already got half the kills compared to his previous map's performance. Not bad, but that was the pistol round, and Wildcard this time going for a full bonus buy. Of course, Ninum the Jet on the Marshall, and this time Demon playing this safe. They don't want to give away rounds too early. Classics all the way through.
The Nim opting in to that Marshall early. Good lord, that is a uniform looking loadout coming out from Demon. So not choosing to go with anything. I mean, we talked a little bit in the previous rounds about the frenzy meta coming in. A lot of teams like picking up the frenzies. It's quite strong. You can spit out a lot of lead really fast, and often it's very difficult to deal with, particularly at close range, which Split is. So it's a little surprising that it's just the classics. Maple trying to take a duel against the turret. They're going to be shut down by the fact that there's 3 other players in Wildcard Gaming there to back it up.
Wildcard, this is really good from them, playing so passive and slow. And look at the map control again. They've somehow managed to take A side more or less for free. Ninum, he's not entirely sure that the side is clear, but this is going to be brutal. Ferg, no armor. As soon as he peeks Ninum, I hope he doesn't miss this.
30 seconds left.
He must be joking.
No scoping. Yeah. Doesn't quite pay off. Ferg follows it up beautifully. It's a little advantage now to Demon. Wildcard Gaming has the site, but things are looking a little rosier for the defending team.
Spike planted.
And there it goes.
Wow. RDW, utility,
for
getting more kills. The spike has been planted, and look, these last 2 players, it's good that they are playing these buddy systems. But however, with classics, I don't expect them to go very far. Ralph sitting behind his turret. It can take some damage, hopefully. But yeah.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, man.
Love it, using the turret not only as body armor, but I know the Sage was doing a healing, but look like the turret was healing its master too.
Well,
hey, thank you for putting me down. Have this little help pack I found.
Oh, that's a quote. I was actually thinking more Apex Legends. Healing over here. Wasn't that? Oh, that was that cool? I don't know. Maybe. It's been a while since I've touched that game. But look, Wildcard. Yeah, it was expected. They had SMG buys and they won that round. In the previous round, though, with all the classics across the board, Demon, they could have perhaps gone for an A aggressive push as a team somewhere, but instead they all gamble stacked towards the B side, expecting Wildcard to hit B off of Seiko's Sage Wall. It didn't happen, though, but this could be the round that we see Seiko go for the Sage Wall B execute.
Indeed, it could the entirety of Wildcard Gaming there. They're not even bothering to check their flanks. They've got the turret set up in mid, maybe to cover, provide a little bit of coverage. For the moment, just biding their time. Trying to put a little bit of fear into Demon. Here we go. Players coming down. The wall is out. RDW looking for some value with the Judge. Not going to be finding it. The Vandal from the high ground is always going to be a superior weapon. Gaza bursts down their second. Sign on site. Going to get gunned down. Gaza picks up their third. Gets taken down, but the damage is now done. Sicko, the healing orb allowed them to get away, and all of a sudden the 2v2. Wildcard not quite out of this yet, and they've got the spike in hand.
Yeah, that's one thing, but right now, the Sage just used the heal on herself, and Ralph Wizard, heal of 15 HP, a single breath will take him down. So right now, however, they have time. It's 45 seconds for the heal to refresh, but it doesn't really matter. Maple takes down Ralph, 15 damage.
Left.
It wasn't going to make a huge difference either way. It's all down to the last Battle Sage by himself. So, oh, yeah, not against Maple. Not going to happen. Finally, off of a full buy round, Demon will take the first round.
I'm okay with that, players. Sage. You people often expect you to be, as a Sage, they expect you to be seeing to their needs. It's just often a very unselfish role, and you just need to remind other players that you're a person too. Sometimes you got to take a little me time. It's good for the soul.
finally right now, it's a full buy on both teams, but Ninham, I think he invested heavily into previous rounds. Only a Sheriff to go the distance. However, with players this sharp across the board, it doesn't matter.
I think Ninham might have wanted the orb. They're building up towards the Blaze Storm, but it's going to be Gaza going for that one instead. The lockdown at the ready now.
I can actually speak from some experience. Early on when I played in, wasn't First Strike, it was the one before that, the earliest Valorant tournament.
You were in
right?
First Strike?
Not First Strike.
You mean the first Ignition series events?
Rise of Valor or the Ignition, yeah. I got absolutely binned on the team I was playing, but a really common strat was to smoke the ult orb towards A, and they always use the breach ult and breach utility to make sure the defenders get the orb. But anyways, defenders, they are having a hard time right now because Wildcard, they just managed to take B side.
Ninham doing a bit of sewer diving, not going to be finding anything. The rotations have actually gone through mid already, so the Jet not quite going to find anything. Gaza in the back has laid down the lockdown, clearing off the site. It's going to give a little bit of space.
Oh no.
For Demon to get back in there, but no players detained. Now, all the cards on the table for Wildcard. They can make a re-entry onto the site. They've got the numbers they need. The spray is good as they get one back. Can they play the hero play again? Once again, no. Only 2 for the Killjoy, and that will be Wildcard Gaming pick up another round.
Actually, Ninham was the one there to finish the job to get the last kill with the Sheriff. So it did come in clutch after all at the very end. So, not too bad. It worked out. But Wildcard, I don't know. I wasn't exactly bagging on them to win that round. They had some advantage, but well, no, something weird just happened. Ferg, he should have gotten the kill onto RDW. He was sitting in the corner, and unfortunately, good teamwork from Wildcard to cover their teammates.
One down.
Good lord, nice spray from Ninham there. Very early. Maple responds. Blades down mid, so 2 long-range kills to start out the round. Gonna see a nice little 4v4 Maple. Trying to find some more value over on ramp. I have to back off after taking a bit of damage. Just duels going on anywhere. It's a weird looking round. I don't know if Wildcard want to be giving this kind of option over Demon. I mean, they've been doing, what, 1v1s, 1v2s, and so far it's working well for the defense.
But, however, what has happened is actually that one kill from Swirl, and hearing some noise perhaps, the entire defense has rotated over to the B side. Wildcard, they have A all to themselves right now, but they don't know it. That spike still has to go through sewers on RDW onto the A site, and it has to get planted real soon before Demon, they managed to get their bearings, and Maple, one last blade. This could be a big hero play.
And do you think they're left click or right? They click this one last blade.
Middle click.
Yeah, I wonder what it... No, actually, let's not go there. Spike finally being
30
planted.
seconds left.
Demon still
Spike
rushing to get in
planted.
position. They
He
were a
wants it.
bit wary that B might be the go. It could have been a double rotate, but now the showstopper coming on. Like, the Swirl shut down immediately. Ninham following that one up. The one blade doesn't find any value whatsoever. Ninham on a roll right now. 3 kills and counting for the Jet. On track for an ace. Taking that little duel against Gaza.
Yeah, here's
So
the
far,
utility being used.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, no, RDW, you know, just gets a bit of sign. The aftershock was a good idea, but Sicko, he doesn't
Sicko.
see Gaza.
No. Gonna hear the footsteps though. Is Gaza not gonna find any value there? Sicko finally finishing that one off. Wildcard, 2 in a row once again.
Yeah, I don't want to be putting all my money in the bag right now, but Wildcard, you know, they sort of struggled first map. Well, not really struggled, but they lost narrowly. But now map 2 and 3, I'm having bad feelings about this. This could be a clean sweep. The mystery pick, well, not mystery pick, but the surprise pick from Signed on the breach, I wasn't really expecting it. Yeah, he has been in a more initiator role for his team, Sova, across all the previous maps, but a breach, I did not see this coming.
It does have history on it. I'll have to go back and look at exactly which teams it was on, but has done it in their past. So not necessarily too surprising that they're competent at the agent. Though we haven't exactly been able to see them show up just yet. In any case, just a little bit of prodding and poking from Wildcard, sending the boom bot in, see if it finds anything.
Yep,
Might
but
be
now
a
that
little-
is a classic textbook fake utility. Seiko even invests his wall. Oh my god, but the orbital strike, it destroys the lockdown. It doesn't matter though, because that's ultimate's wasted. And the side take wasn't even towards the angle. Venom does damage off the bird. Well, can't quite finish the job though.
RDW getting around there to plant the spike just around elbow. Frequent has the work cut out for them. A couple players coming through. The paranoia will be enough so they can get away unscathed. And once again, Demon, they come in with 4 players, but this time
Targets destroyed.
they don't have an advantage in the numbers. And of course, last time we saw this, Wildcard was able to finish it off. Berg taking down Rough. RDW sitting there with a showstopper, daring someone to come out of screen. It doesn't end up being. Oh, gets shut down in the middle of it. It's Demon coming back onto the side. Holy cow, they couldn't do it last round, Digital, in a 4v3, but a 4v4, apparently, a bit easier.
Well, when it's a 4v3, they don't like having the advantage is boring, but when if the numbers are equal, yeah, we like a challenge, and that's exactly what we saw. Demon, they made it work. Really fast plays, and Swirl, the hero of that round, just going in, balls deep, doesn't even care, and going off of his blast pack, Ferrari peak, manages to catch RDW with his pants down, pumping out a blast pack himself, trying to get a high angle. So sometimes in a situation like that, when the opposing teams raise, they pump out a showstopper. It takes one to know one, or in fact, really high-ranked players to understand how a raise would play. They always use a blast pack to get vertical positioning, so it gives them an easier angle to shoot, just like Farah in Overwatch. But right now, Wildcard, they had a pretty good lead, but Demon, I think they are catching up, clawing tooth and nail.
They put heavy into this round. Maple even investing for the operator. Currently looking at B. Ooh. No.
Bomb back out.
Saw Ralph peek a little over towards that side, but mid still remains the play. They haven't made much progress, but they've got a couple of players also up around that A main side, checking out ramps. They get that clear, they'll be able to go through ropes and get a pinch on the defenders waiting at A.
Oh, not
Those two
again.
themselves are going back towards screen, so they're a little bit safer. And I think the jig is up.
The jig is up, or is it really? Because the side take right now from Wildcard is very convincing. I mean, from Wildcard, but Swirl is still holding steady on sights.
Yeah, Swirl shut down Infrequent's teleport onto the side. So the Omen thought they were sneaking at the elbow, but Swirl, unfazed by the thunder, rolls through the side. This is the
30
go signal
seconds
for
left.
Demon. They're marching on, they're losing Ferg, but
planted.
Maple is here now, takes care of their counterpart Jet. It's Cloud everywhere, spraying wildly through the smoke from both teams. Sign picks up Sicko. So things still looking for Demon. They got the player advantage. Now it's even. This is what Demon is looking for. They want a fair fight. Sign and Gaza cleaning things up. That will be another defuse coming through for Demon. They are inching ever closer to that wildcard score.
That was ridiculous. I don't know how else to say it. Signed with the Rolling Thunder. It really didn't get much value off of it, I'll be honest, because thankfully on the other side, Nenem was covering Seiko, who was absolutely stunned to hell. And the final play there, Signed, he pumped out that flash from Breach. It actually went to the other side of that huge wall pillar on site. Now, and the thing is, if Wizard only played just a little bit more towards the elbow angle, he would have been okay. It just bad positioning, bad timing, well, you know, wrong place, wrong time.
Well, Demon are finally going to find themselves in a good position, economy-wise. Wildcard's brought a little bit into this round. But they're playing for those short angles, given what they're playing with. Maple, Infrequent, had no idea where they were.
Oh man.
Filthy.
That's just extreme prejudice from Maple. He actually got a wallbang on some Frequent early on with the first peak, and Frequent was already very low, and the Sage Heal I do think was used onto by Seiko, so that's a 45-second cooldown. And then Frequent off of Sign, single flash, just catches Infrequent staring at the wall, Pepega, and boom.
Well, you know what it does? It highlights the Omen's head. It says, this golden thing right here, shoot this.
That's true. Omen, dark purple, sort of blends in that little corner.
Wildcard's still prodding towards that B side. Spike is still heavily over here inside main. Demon, they're not thinking about any kind of rotation yet. The amount of killjoy utility spread across the
30
map means
seconds
they can afford to bide their time and wait out whatever wildcard has going. But now the wall's up, the game is afoot. Sign a beautiful flash, can't follow it up. Nim with the blind spray takes down the bridge. Maple misses the shot. Sorry, what? Ralph doesn't even turn around. Were you deafened by the sound of the operator?
Maybe, perhaps. I don't think Wizard had any clue where the shot was from. Probably expected it to be Evan. Not expecting Maple to be so far down, but Maple's a really big ball play. Oh man, uses an updraft and smartly dashes out ASAP. This is absolute chaos right now on the retake.
Oh, nice decision. Takes two. Maple with their third of the round. Demon on a tear right now. They level things up at 4 apiece. Started out looking a bit dicey for them, but they want to make sure this map is as hotly contested as Haven was.
4-4. You thought Wildcard, they had the advantage coming into this early on, but no, Demon, they strike right back. Fortunately though, both teams, they can still buy. And that round, it was really weird, to say the very least. I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe the players, all their headphones just turned off for a moment. No one was aware of what was going on, the positioning from on either team. You can see, was it Maple? You're missing shots to Ralph. Ralph had no bloody idea. He just kept walking and finally cops a big bullet into his spine.
There you go. They were well aware of what Maple wanted to do. That Jet, I'm pretty sure, has been holding that close B main angle 2-3 rounds in a row. Paint Shot going to deal with that for the moment. Wildcard wasting no time getting up main. The Boombot's going to highlight where they're coming from, so you're going to have to back off for the moment.
Well, for the moment, fortunately, Seiko, the Resurrection is available to him. Usually Resurrections, it's probably better to have on the attack, I would imagine. You can trade a player trying to retake, and then once you have sight and wait for the defenders to rotate over to attempt their retake, you can go for the Resurrection, and that gives you a man advantage, hopefully. But however, on the defense, that's a showstopper available.
The turret is the first victim here. The Boombot not far behind. Ferg picks up CK through the smoke, just second onto RDW. Gaza is there in support as well. Infrequent looking for something in A Heaven. Not going to find any players waiting for them, but blind. The Sova back. Maple close range opens just to the body, not to the face. It's to be expected at that range. Even on top of things right now. Just Ralph left. Surrounded on all sides. We've taken down a flawless round to put Demon ahead for the first time this map.
Demon, I think they're really starting to wake up now. That was an amazing flawless round. Ferg really starting to step up. He's shaking off the rust and the tilt from map 2. And look at that, such good defense on the A side. He just sprays after sprays, headshots after headshots. He held it down to a T. Meanwhile, look, the aggression from Swirl, he can be the kid to make all the loud footsteps, trucking around. It doesn't matter, and his team is there to play around him.
So far, Wildcard putting a lot of presence up towards mid. Once again, they're playing a very similar split they did last round. 3 players mid, 2 players in that B main corridor. And once again, Maple holding the angle close. Gonna have to contend with those blades. Excuse me. Gonna have to contend with the blades coming out of Ninim though.
You can actually see the hair particles and the bells flying around with the wind. It's pretty cool.
Nice little walls. Gonna cut Swirl off. Of course, he can break it down, but it gives you a little bit of access onto the site. There you go. The 2 Jets livening things up. Ninim sweeping away Maple. The operator is gone. Ralph stuck in the corner. None of the share shots landing. And now the orbital strike comes down. Ferg gets taken down. RDW has retrieved the operator. That's the kind of player I want to have an operator in the. I want to have with an operator in hand if I'm the side of Wildcard Gaming.
Yeah, RDW, he's holding his angle like a hawk. Oh, come on.
I had to put out of the turret. Oh, that's tough to shooting. Took a bit of shots.
Wow!
Able to get the drop onto Cell, but Gaza finishing that one off. The Killjoy can still do it. The turret is running enough of a distraction, but the knives from Ninim come up trumps once again. 3 for the Jet. Put Wildcard back on the board. 5v5.
This is just remarkable coming out from both these teams right now. Wildcard, that round, all I could say was pure aggression and positioning. He just, Ninim especially, I think he got 1 kill early and already dashed into the backside of B. And Maple came out of the smoke expecting to catch a player peeking from behind the pillar. Little did he know, Ninim was already there pumping knives into his neck. Both the Jets leading the teams right now. Operators 10-7-0. Similar scorelines.
I'm repeating myself at this point, but once again, Wildcard taking the same approach. So this time, they positioned RDW over towards that A site, which I like. Fake it out. Maybe we're changing up to an A hit this time, but still hit B anyway. You can see Maple already rotating back through the defender's spawn.
Maple, or as he's known in the community or by good friends, JJ, the highest stats across the board right now for any player in this tournament. Him on Jet, it's being so mobile. He can just play any angle, long distance, get a kill, and just run away. That's all he has to do. Get the early pick, first blood.
Run.
Wildcard, I do think this is a fake play to some extent, maybe trying to bait out a rotation. I
did exactly this before. They planted the lockdown there and then rotated around to the A side. Here we go. The rotations are going.
Oh, RDW.
But look like they're committing to it.
Oh!
You can't be losing RDW that early. Wildcard, they have to commit to B now. Spike's being planted. But Demon East wants to rush their way over the boombot. A little bit of a wall climbing there. Impressive.
Yeah, the aftershock just from sign, it was questionable. It didn't really cover any angle in particular. Perhaps saving it later on for the retake effort may have been more useful.
Frequent coming into heaven. Might be able to find some value. Ninim on the low ground. Taking care of Maple. There you go. The Omen in a great position.
One enemy
down.
remaining.
Gaza once again picking up the kills, but it is Ralph finishing up with a sweet little 2K. Will edge Wildcard Gaming back in front.
Last round before the switch.
It's very back and forth, and we are looking down the barrel of another 6v6 first half in this match.
Oh, look. At this rate, it's probably... This could be the overtime game because both teams, all the players, are going to give it their 110%. They want to win at this point. It's 1-1 either side, but however, for this final round of the first half, Wildcard, they have 3 ultimates available to them. Gazer, 1 point off of having his own Killjoy lockdown, but he has to get a kill somehow. Ooh.
Or we can go for the orb.
He could, but almost got the kill into Ninim, and that's good. Ninim's armor is gone, and that's already Sage Heal used. However, Ninim, having the operator, it doesn't really matter because he can blast cannon this.
I love this battle, just over an orb. As it is going to get away, so a little too far behind to stop the Killjoy. Aggressive in the area. And third, the spray through the smoke finally takes care of Ninim, so a nice little 2 combination play there from the Brimstone and the Killjoy.
Yeah, Ninim finally gets taken down. That is the Jet. You could shed a few tears, but it's Jet with an operator, so you're not losing too
You will
much.
not kill my
Okay,
ally.
well, in fact, you don't lose anything. But Ferg's still holding the line! Oh, the farm!
Oh man, and it must be cursing Ferg right now. Wildcard are committed, the showstopper coming in. Oh, Swirl shuts it down. Beautiful positioning by the Rays. Cuts down infrequent. No resurrection available for Seiko. The lone player left. Gaza going to put the lockdown in anyway. Just wants to get it done. Of course, this is the last round of the half, so you hold on to it, you lose it. Free 300 credits. Not going to be able to be spent. Seiko, a lot of work to do.
Oh,
Flash
no!
detained. Oh dear, everything being piled on. Beautifully played by Demon. 6-6 as we go into the half. The Wildcard Gaming Digital, they'll at least fare better than they did yesterday against Kanga.
They did. They absolutely did. I think after going down so badly against Kanga on Split, they've reconsidered everything and doubled down on the effort, scrimped, or maybe practiced only this match because their foundations are solid across the board, I hope. But so instead, just focus on the weaknesses. And it has absolutely paid dividends. 6-6 right now. It's anyone's game. Everything's all tied up. Here we go.
Let's go, dudes, as Overwatch streamers want to say. That was just, yeah, I apologize. I'm going to apologize for that one. It was just terrible.
I'm sitting here thinking, what are you talking about? I have not seen a
Yeah.
single stream do that. But I want to mention one thing though. We are starting to lean to perhaps a frenzy meta in Valorant currently, and we are seeing quite a few frenzy buys. But both Jets, Ninum and Maple, tied for the kills, 11-11. Ninum with only 1 extra death. I like seeing this. It's the battle of the Jets.
Also nice to see Ferg a little higher on the scoreboard this time. Ferg coin on the rise once again. And it's particularly spectacular at the end of that first half. Getting the double kill onto Maple within the 1 round. Nice awful strike to stop the plant at one point.
Go get him.
Be able to pick up another couple. Sitting in heaven. Duking it out with RDW. Nice little incendiary. We're going to be gunned down by the frenzy. See the power that the gun can bring to a fight. Wildcard Gaming, they've got the numbers. They don't quite have the health they might want to work with, and their turrets can just prove to be a little nuisance. Oh, look at this! Demon lying in wait.
Oh no. 2 players. But they check the angle though. They only see 1. They see 1. Wait, no. Do they? Oh.
Oh yeah, they saw it. The paranoia went through. Sign stuck on site, defending the spike. Gonna have a good utility to play with. Seiko's going to be able to dodge that and get the defuse just for good measure. A good start to the half for Wildcard Gaming.
That was brilliant by Seiko. That was ridiculous. He just had to sprint out ASAP because if both of them get tagged by the fault line, that might have been a clutch by Sign. No flashes to work with. It was rough.
Sometimes them's the breaks. You've got to play with what you've got available to you, and Sign made the best decision really in the situation. Sign made the best decision possible in the given situation.
Well, Wildcard, but why is Steven forcing into this? This is it, do or die. When you're this far down, I don't think he can afford to lose any rounds, but here comes the force by anywho.
Maple already in heaven, taking care of the turret, so... Wildcard with those combos, and Ninum popping out with 1, finally shut down the duelist from Demon, going so aggressive.
Spike planted.
I guess that's what you want to do with the Scorpion. Get up close and personal, don't give any room for those bullets to miss. Now they've got the spike down, they've got the numbers they need.
Oh, RDW.
They're gonna have to deal with RDW up close and personal with the charge.
Oh!
Blast away 2 in 1 go! Finds a third shut down, but the damage is done. Has given enough room for Seiko to get in there and get the defuse. My goodness, RDW showing up big time.
Oh my god. First RDW, it was map 2 with the Bucky ace, and now the judge. 3 kills. That just changed the entire momentum of that round. The sneaky play, that was ridiculous. It paid off huge. That was a humongous gamble. And the last second, he pumped. Yeah, he had to break the tower, or else his position, it would have been given up. And what? 2 for 1 to start off, and then just claps another. So close. Demon, they really bet it all on the force buy. I thought they had that round in the bag, but right now, oh no. This is not going their way.
Well, I mean, RDW at this point is a shotgun specialist. Maybe a good incentive for them to bring it out a little more often. I'm certainly not averse to seeing some nice little shotgun play, especially when you're playing a duelist, like something like the the Raze or the Jet, where you can get in a position to make it useful. Oh dear.
Not again.
RDW. Not like this. And with Seiko there providing support and a distraction, could pay off. Sage has to heal themselves. Steven lose Ferg early. So Wildcard. Oh, and Ferg was up in mid actually.
Bomb buddy out.
Oh my gosh, RDW, that peak was probably... It could have spent more time in the oven, just thinking about it, because right now, Demon, they have sheriffs, but look at the damage it's doing. That's a lot of damage. Seiko tagged out again! Okay, it doesn't matter. He strikes right back through the smoke. Sonar hearing.
They're just trying to retrieve that spike at this point.
Oops.
Yeah, Gazza never winning that one out. Vandal with a bit of range. Demon just down on the luck. It's an eco round you kind of expected, but they're not getting anything out of this one.
Spike dropped.
Well, on the bright
Blocking
side,
sight.
Sign, he has the Rolling Thunder for the next round, the inevitable buy round, but Seiko, ooh, 8 HP, smartly backs off,
enemy
but no,
remaining.
Ninim is there. He's hungry. It's down to him, and he kills all the players. 4 kills for Ninim. Wildcard, 3 rounds up, 4 more, and they win the Grand Finals.
Inching ever closer. And after that first map, you think it could have been close. After the first map, you expect it maybe have gotten to this point. But I mean, after Ascent, Wildcard looking a bit better, and it's weird. The momentum's been back and forth. It's either been close with Demon favoured or strongly in Wildcard's favour. So never really been a point, I think, where Demon has been like strongly favoured to win the entire thing, just based on the way they've been playing so far. The Rolling Thunder early, trying to clear A, but there's no one there.
It may have been wasted to some extent, but I do think it's a fake play again. Time and time, we're seeing this from both teams. Wildcard, they throw utility one side and then they go fake the other. This is the same play from Demon, but I do think it has been sold. It hasn't been sold exactly. Ninim, oh dear me. Looks the wrong way, no!
Cops a bit of damage from there, but it's able to get away though. Maple going to have to contend with this slow orb for the moment. And here you go. As you said, the rotation is on. Demon making their way back to A.
Yeah, the Omen Paranoia, I think, on the other side, on the
Nope.
defense, that was
Back we go.
perfect to stop the push off of, well, to stop a potential push off of Sign's Rolling Thunder. And the Paranoia, it just stretches just enough distance to cover that little lane angle. Now the Sage Wall is gone, the timing is perfect. And oh dear me, it's all down to the Jet to hold down this angle with a Sheriff.
Well, we know
30
Ninim
seconds left.
is capable of clicking heads and only clicking heads, but being blinded by the flashpoint is not going to be easy. Oh, Swirl, beautiful dash across the point, able to take care of the retreating Jet. Showstopper just to clear out Heaven, doesn't quite find anything.
Spike planted.
Finds enough space for the spike to be planted. Now Demon, they don't have much tools to work with, but they've certainly got the positioning they need and the armor advantage.
Oh wow, start shooting, Ferg goes down, but Swirl, he's on fire right now, he's getting the trades back and forth.
Oh, I think that paint shot missed Heaven. Seiko very lucky to be alive right now.
Ooh. And yeah, the save from a Wildcard, it's no longer possible to retake side. It's okay, they've won 3 rounds, they have a 3-round buffer, so they can't afford to lose their first buy round to Demon. I do think actually that was a bonus of sorts coming out from Wildcard, so not a big deal.
Yep, easily able to buy into this round. A lot of those players be set for the next round if the worst comes to worst. Then him breaking out the op. No counter coming through from the side of Demon. Ferg has to actually go down to the Spectre as well.
But one thing though right now, Maple on Demon, he does have the Blade Storms available to his use, so he could be a nice player and drop his rifle to Ferg. Otherwise, Ferg's gonna have not exactly the best of times with the Spectre, but in saying that, he might just pop off and get like a double kill spray down with it.
You know, these young whippersnappers, no respect for their elders.
Yeah, absolutely none. The times are different, Temporal.
Back in my day, it was things were different. You'd drop weapons to the more senior players. Nah, who am I kidding? I was a selfish little shit.
Well, the side takes
Some aggressive play once again. Swirl makes the same play, able to find value off it once again. Gets taken down, but Maple is there with the follow-up. Demon doing really well with his last couple of attacks. Maple trying to dodge out for the boombot. Doesn't quite make it up onto the catwalk, unfortunately. But Nim is waiting in mid, going to take care of Gazer. Now that Wildcard have their flank cleared, they're able to bring back into the fight. Oh, Seiko following up. Does that count as 2 kills? You've got a -1 and a +1. Oh, they cancel each other out. I'm very confused right now. Anyway, Ninim taken down.
Player standing.
Operator out of action. RDW on site, taking care of Ferg's sign. Not going to be able to protect the spike for much longer. The defuse coming through. Wildcard Gaming onto double digits, only 3 rounds away from that #1 seed.
3 rounds. This is getting dangerously close now. Demon. Oh, the question is right now. Look at their economy. Do you attempt a half buy? Do you force, or do you just straight save, because 2 players can buy, maybe 3 at this point, but it's so risky. You can't really let Wildcard get any more rounds, but at the same time, you don't want to bankrupt your own economy just in a pipe dream to try win a round off a Wildcard. Wildcard right now on the defense, it's looking pretty solid, I have to say, in the second half.
They are going to rush straight onto A. The way they are set up. Maple looking for something. Then it misses the first kill. Ralph shuts down the blades already.
What?
Maple in turn is taken out, so the utility is now going to be defunct on the points. Swirl picking up an early kill as well. It's going to see Demon put in a position where they can get the spike planted. And now the Killjoy utility going down for the attackers. As long as Gaza stays alive, it's going to be very difficult for Wildcard to re-engage. I say that. Nice little blind gives DW all the space they need to nail the showstopper onto Swirl. Ninim moves out with the operator back into the fight. Siko and RDW over the top as well. Once again, Siko staying alive, making the impact, getting the impact they need, and Wildcard gaming on to 11, and now that buy from Demon's going to come back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah, indeed. Signed as well on that final play, the flash. It helped him out. It helped him to push out and perhaps get a kill, but at the same time, it screwed over his teammate who was trying to play on site. I think it was Ferg. And overall, Wildcard, once again, another solid retake. They retake site and get the defuse. It's just such confidence coming out from all these players on the defense. When they go for a retake, they just dive onto the site, and style points from RDW as well. He pumped right out with the showstopper, gets one kill, 360s, and goes for another, I'm pretty sure. Wildcard, the ball's seriously in their court. They have ultimates to work with. And look at the eco, actually, from Demon.
See that classic setup? Maple was making great use of it on their attacking half, on their defending half, or Demon's defending half. And Demon is able to do the same. Ralph taking care of Maple. Already 2 players down. Demon, 20 seconds hasn't even passed.
Yeah, when you're Demon right now, obviously, ideally, you want to win this round. Because if you don't, it's match point for Wildcard, and seriously, that has to be a blow to the mental game. But
I mean, you're ecoing it anyway, so the chances of that already slim.
Very slim, but hey, look, it's Sheriffs, so there is still a very minuscule percentage, an alternate reality maybe, that they can win this round. I'll take it back.
I'm happy. I'm happy to get on the Swirl train with the Sheriff. They are absolutely cracked, as you've repeatedly pointed out. Signed. Playing peekaboo with Ninim, not going to be getting the better of that one.
30 seconds left.
Demon's shop just got a little harder. They're getting the extra 300 credits for the spike plant. Nice little slow off from Siko. And slow Ferg down enough for Ralph to pick that one off, and now it's just Swirl remaining. Sees the paranoia sweep. You're going to have to contend with 5 players surrounding all sides. So much choice for targets. A little too spoiled for choice, perhaps. Wildcard Gaming on match point. They are 1 round win away. Digital from the top seed going into the closed qualifiers next week.
Oh yeah, and right now their economy, it's pretty stacked. They can make it rain. Look at Nenim, 20 kills. He is perhaps the superior Jet right now for this matchup. Making it rain in the club, 8.5k. Demon, this is your last buy, potentially, of this game. You have invested all to this. 3 ultimates aside, Swirl could make it work, and just then as well, the pressure had to be insurmountable on Swirl. Everything was down to that young man's shoulders, 1v5, and you saw on Twitter, he had crazy clips of him popping heads with the Sheriff, click, 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 but against a team like Wildcard, 5 players? Nah.
Well, Demon, they had the rifles, they've got 3 ultimates. Ferg could even get up to the orbital strike if required. Frequent has the ultimate cancelled now. Going to see the Killjoy ult invested to clear out B. Look, it's that fake coming through once again. Sign throws the Rolling Thunder through B heaven. They're selling this push as hard as they possibly can, but Ninim ain't falling for it. Hiding in the smoke. Oh no, Demon, don't do this to me.
Ninim, much as he's taken down, he's looking the wrong way.
I could caught it. Both the Jets down, caught out of position.
Gone here.
Demons, they sold the fake as hard as they could, but Once the spike went down, Wildcard able to come back on the warpath.
I was going to say,
Able to get in the
Wildcard,
kill they needed to do.
they had the Killjoy lockdown, but there you go. Ralph Wizard, he gets taken down and backstabbed to the head. Sign, he's playing that angle really smartly. And Wildcard, oh, they ain't winning this game just
Player
yet.
standing.
Seeker trying to take a long range with a frenzy, but it's the classic from Ferg. Comes out on top. Frequent ain't getting that one either. Demon pull one out where it's required, but it was very costly for them. 2 big ultimates invested.
They hang on. They very much hang on. Now, Demon, this is, I think, the make or break point. If they can win this round, they might just have a chance at putting this into overtime. Because Wildcard, look at the play. Look at the 3 economies on 3 players: RDW, Seeker, and Frequent. Triple digits on 0. They can't afford anything.
No wonder Frequent's on 0, bringing out the double op setup. No matter which way Demon go, they're going to be facing down that 50 cal.
This is desperation, maybe. Or just a wild card, you could say.
Maybe a little ace up their sleeve. I'm sure we'll be here all night. Here we go. Tentative little steps from Demon. They suspect something's up. Showstopper shut down immediately. Gone the way of the Dodo. You know Ninim's going to be holding an angle like that. You can't afford to waste an ultimate that frivolously. And now Demon, they are firmly on the back foot. Ferg tried to push A, but the other operator is there. That was a complete surprise. So you can be a little bit forgiven. But Demon in all sorts digital.
That's not the only problem. That's their smokes gone. Ferg is out of the game. One of the cracked young players. Swirl's also gone, but Nino, my God, showing up now. What a headshot onto Maple. 5v2 and plus the lockdown as well available. Oh my God, it's done.
That's it. Demon are out of it. Yes, they go with the resurrection just to bring back a flawless round.
Wow.
They pick them apart. But Wildcard Gaming, what a
Defenders
way to
win.
finish, cementing themselves as the #1 team in Oceania currently.
What a finish. What an absolute finish. That was so clean as well. You would think it would come down to 1v1 or maybe even overtime. It just didn't happen. Wildcard, pure dominance, just so steadfast. They played that perfectly. Infrequent and Ninim operators on both sides. Demon just... They were good. They really gave Wildcard a run for the money. But they weren't that good. They weren't good enough to go all the way. Ninim really showed up this game as the superior jet. Even though Maple has the best ratings across any player across the entire tournament, when it mattered the most, Ninim, he did what he did best. 22 kills, 4 first bloods. I love it.
And a lot of credit also has to go to Ralph. A little quiet there on Split, but those first 2 maps was playing out of their mind, even though they didn't win. Haven was constantly getting into a position where they can make an impact, either by gathering intel or simply just being in the Demon backline, getting a crucial 1 or 2 picks and making their opponent's lives that much harder. So standouts across the board, really, for Wildcard Gaming, no matter the map you look at.
Yeah, and you guys, you know how I always like to do things. I'm trying to get an interview sorted with the captain of Wildcard Gaming. I'm messaging RDW right now. I think last time, who was it? It was Wizard who spoke to us. This time, though, Wizard for map 3. Underperforming a little bit, but carrying his team through the first and second maps, it was good.
I prefer to think of it as being outshone by the rest of the team. You know, Ralph
That's true.
did exactly as you expect from Ralph, played well, just everyone else played spectacularly.
Well, just give me one moment. I'm going to try to
Alright.
get into a call with RDW. Maybe the team, they're too busy celebrating right now, but hopefully
That's
we
alright.
can get him in.
What?
Maybe RDW? I just cut temporal off, actually. I feel bad. Okay, well, RDW, he's unavailable right now. I'm pretty sure the team, they're just absolutely pumped to have won the Open Qualifier Grand Finals. Wildcard Gaming, congratulations.
Indeed. A well-earned congratulations as well, particularly that performance on Split. Demon just didn't, just was struggled against them, and in particular for Wildcard to have turned around that performance yesterday against Kanga, which, yeah, it wasn't the best, but to come out swinging on the final map, it could have been a bit of a power move on Demon's part to come into the third map and say, you know what, we know you struggle on this map, this one's in the bag, but the mental fortitude required to bounce back and deliver a performance like that, it shows you why Wildcard in general is one of the top teams in the Oceanic region, but in particular is now the current top team.
The current top team, well deserved, like you said. And guys, honestly, that's all from us today, I think. It's been a long day. These players, they've had it rough. It's been huge. Finally, we can celebrate the weekend, even though in Melbourne we are locked down till Wednesday. But hey, nonetheless, Temporal, any words from you?
Aside from good luck to the teams competing in the closed qualifiers next week, and a reminder to teams that didn't quite make it, there is another open qualifiers the following week. Starts on about the Wednesday. I don't know what the date is. If you think you've got what it takes to get into the top echelons of Oceanic Valorant, make sure you sign up for the open qualifiers. I've loved casting this round, and I'm looking forward to what we have in store for us next time.
Absolutely, Temporal, likewise, and I definitely hope we will be back together again for the closed qualifiers or the next open. We'll see what happens. Guys, once again, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the show, the grand final series. I am your caster, DigitalQF, and of course, Temporal. You can give him a follow on Temp0RAL on Twitter. You can give me a follow on Twitter, DigitalQF, or follow my channel right here. You'll see me whenever I go live casting. And of course, don't forget the underrated MVP, Crash Mate. You can find him on Twitter at Crash Mate. That's Mate with 3 A's. And he is the observer pulling the hard yards for all 3 games.
Good Lord, it makes our job so much easier not having to think about what to follow. And I mean, Crash has the right instincts as well. He just knows who to be following, where we should be looking. It makes our job so much easier. So I really appreciate what Crash has done for us, coming in and putting out this time pro bono.
Guys, you heard him, and that's all from us tonight. Thank you very much. See you next time.